Amiss! Not enough ale.
Hello, everyone, and welcome on into the stream. I am Rawzim, and this is the Starlight Expedition's Pokerole chapter, our Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tabletop campaign, which is using the Pokerole system for now. This is Chapter 1, Episode 15, Handling Sharp Edges. We'll go ahead and start with our introductions. Rygon.
Hello, my name is Rygon from the channel Rygon Plays. I'm the storyteller for Starlight Expeditions. What that means is that I provide the narration for all the little events that happen, including such things as the consequences of the player's actions, the NPCs, and the state of the world around them. I'm the one who has developed this world, and I hope you all get to enjoy it and the session. I want to thank my players for being able to show up and, attending, and I hope everyone has fun.
Unfortunately, Amos is absent today, but normally he would join us. He is played by Wernimal. Azurith.
Greetings all, I am Arzadeu. I run the channel of Arzadeu over on Twitch and on YouTube, who is also recording this and streaming this over on my own channel. The Azurith jangmo-o is very prideful, or proud of himself.
Dart.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to be back for another Saturday session. I apologize for missing last week's one. But my name is Seda, and I play Dart, the adorable steel ground rockruff, and I just want to give you all hugs. And maybe hug a Dart plush.
That's cute.
I am Zim, RA_ZIM, and I am playing Jet, the ghost electric type rockruff. And Jolene.
I am Demon God Linden. I play the lovely, ever so lovely Jolene, who is currently about to lay some smackdown upon some little mole things.
Did you mention you're a Milsri?
Nope, I was about to do that. I was just taking
Okay.
a drink. Sorry. But yes, I'm a Milsri, specifically the, I forgot what the form is called.
Argonian, I think it was?
Yeah, you could just say Rygonian.
Yeah, the Rygonian form. Has a slightly different moveset and possibility of some interesting evolutions later when we get to that point. I've made like 1,000.
And Argus.
I'm Orum, and I play Argus, the scaredy cat tyrant that's just regular.
Good job.
All right. We'll go ahead and turn the recap will need to include both the paralog sessions as well as last week's session. So we'll turn the recap over to Azurith for last week's session, and then we'll go from there.
Let's see, last week, that was session 14. We took some time to go, look around the house, find some secrets. Don't quote me on the exact order and such. But we solved a puzzle with a female pyroar, finding more pieces of paper that light up in the moonlight. These unusual keys that we found out slide into the upper part of the fireplace on the second floor in one of the rooms. And then we solved a puzzle, like a legit puzzle, which we actually had fun with. Then later on, Martinez showed up again, took his bag, left us presents, actually good presents, and Doc went crazy because she was afraid of something, and so she ran out into the cold. The dark and gloomy and energy-draining cold. So Jet and Amos and Azurith went and brought her back. As Jolene went and made food, and yeah, that we were able to bring her back. Argus also activated the machine, which drove back the cold, because it was some sort of creature. And then, yeah, that was it. I feel like I missed a lot of things, but that's off the top of my head because I don't have notes. Not anymore.
Well, anybody want to fill in for anything Azurith missed?
I do want to say, as I just mentioned, the cold, but it was also a fog that rolled in that turned out to be a monster. I wasn't here for the first paralog session, but I can do for the second as best as I can remember.
We'll go ahead and turn it over to Dart for the first paralog session.
Could I
well,
actually abstain from it this time because since I was away from my computer for the week, I don't actually have notes written down for them.
Fair enough. So
I
the
think
first
you were the only one
paralogs.
here for all three, Zim.
Yeah, I was just about to go for it.
Go ahead.
For the first paralog session this last week, Jet, Amos, and Dart went off to the old ruined house to investigate it again. There were things that we felt we might have missed, and we wanted to check into those and see what all we could find out. We did start off here with the going into the room with the little campsite. We made a pile of the logs and the 3 bedrolls here that were not blood-stained. We also found a water skin and flask, which the flask had some spicy water inside of it, which Amos proceeded to drink. Well, he quite enjoyed it a lot. But after that, we kind of looked around, anything else that we missed. We found a bunch of little holes throughout the floor in the building here, as well as there was this strange clicking from underground. But over here, we obtained a purple gem that Jet is currently carrying inside of the fire pit. It is the fire had mostly gone out, the purple fire here, and Amos relit one of the gems, and Jet decided to go ahead and put it out and take it with them. After a lot of experimentation. And then after that, we went over and investigated this barrel, which had some kind of gross, slippery sludge in it. Dart decided to touch it, and his paw became super slippery, which we still need to figure out, by the way, because I don't think we actually cleaned that off. But it was very slippery, and there was an orb inside of it that seemed to have something like frozen inside of it, which Jet then wrapped up in one of the cleanest rag that he could find from the little camp here, because it was still covered in the sludge, and put it away in his backpack for now. And after that, we went over here to the room with the hole and investigated further in here, gathering up several pages that had information on them that we couldn't really read. I do forget what we did manage to pull from the papers. Something about artifacts.
Like an inventory.
Right. It was something about what artifacts they had here, and we tried to get through these or into these boxes, but we were not able to. And we also discovered a little pink furry creature back behind them who had apparently frozen back here. They had a lot of food and such. They might have died from fear, though. They were kind of frozen in a terrified position, or with a terrified expression. They also had one of the medallions that we've obtained from the other bird Pokemon, which we have found 3 of the bird Pokemon so far. There is a 4th that we're not sure where it is. However, this one, while it had a similar medallion to the rest, I believe this one had a pen and shovel with the eye mark. This one had clearly been here for a long time compared to the other ones that we have found dead. We did also find one of the medallions over here with the camp. However, that one, there were no remains that we could find that matched the bird Pokemon, but it could be that, or no, these remains were really old too. I remember you did specify that. Yeah, Jet tried to pick up this bone and scrape out the orb, and it was a terrible decision, but he stuck with it because he wanted to get the orb out of the barrel without touching the sludge. And then that brings us to... Oh, we also saw the flower for the Ember Berries that we need to save Doc. Because she is currently ill. And the flower was attached to a vine going down into the pit. And that would bring us to Paralogue Chapter 2, which I'll turn over to Jolene for.
Okay. As best as I can remember, our paralogue started with a little bit of a conversation leading into us checking some of the papers that the moon paper, or I can't remember if it's called moon paper or not, and Jolene getting used as glue to piece together and place the paper up to the starlight, moonlight. We found that one was a clue to go to another key that we had already found, and then one was a clue to go upstairs into a specific room where there was a rug that looked like a target, where we found the, I believe, final key?
Yes, it was the final key.
Okay. And I'm slightly blanking on what exactly happened after that directly, but we all ended up hearing the clicking noise, I believe it was.
I'll go ahead and interject here.
Yeah.
After you... Well, if you would like to do so, go ahead, Azurith.
Yeah, when we inserted this 3rd key, the fire pit opened up on the 2nd floor, revealing a ladder to the attic, or another portion of it, where we found a resting ground for 4 Pokemon. One of them was named John.
Oh yeah, and they smelled
also...
a lot like me.
That's true. I also forgot to mention that in session 14, Doc was crying over John, who is dead. We assume by Martinez.
Yeah. Okay. I think
Okay,
I blocked out the part about going into the room with the dead Pokemon because my brain was like, yeah, no, that can't have happened. That Jolene would not want to acknowledge that she smelled something that smells like her at on a dead person's coffin. That can't have happened. But I believe that is when we all started going downstairs and then heard the clicking sound.
Yes.
Yep, and then we hurriedly hurried over to the ruins. Believe we got told about the Ember Berry flower, and we mentioned the clicking noise, and that's why we came over. We decided to go down into the hole. Argus getting his butt kicked into the hole by I can't remember if it was Jet or Dart.
Jet.
Jet. Okay.
Maybe Dart as well, but certainly Jet.
Yep. And then we started kind of exploring the caves with Amos in the lead. And after a bit, Argus and Dart got disappeared underground, and at one point, but by what we have learned is some, I think they're lowland diglets, or actually they'd be more like Ragonian diglets now. But we, I think Jet and Amos were over yonder checking out this water area at one point, and they got knocked into the water by the same creature. And then we ended up covering Azurith with scarves to muffle the jingle jangle, and then got over here where we met the Diglets, and Azurith got challenged to a one-on-one by the leader of the Diglets. And that's about where we were. Oh, and Jolene knocked the crap out of one of the Diglets.
Argus also whack-a-moled one.
And then, yeah, we are currently in the midst of combat still.
Yes. And
We
it's
are
top of the
over here.
round.
As always, everyone, do remember that we do not generally respond to chat that much during, at least not on voice, during these games, our tabletop games. And as far as things that you all can do, you can influence the games through ethereal influence over on my channel using !influence. You can also, for donations, you can donate to my channel. Currently, the donation goal is NPC icon, to get another icon for one of the NPCs from the game. And also, if you do donate to the other channels here, Arzadeu and Rygon Plays, then you can get half of the amount in Sable Crowns in order to influence our tabletop games. Additionally, you can also use Streamloots cards to make various things happen inside of the game. But now I will go ahead and turn it over to Rygon.
Okay. So just as a warning to my players, I'm not feeling too good now, so I don't know how well I'll be doing the session tonight, but let's go and continue. So I'm pretty sure it was like it was mentioned top of the round. Did we already have the first player go?
Nope.
No.
We waited for this one. That
Okay.
was going to be me.
Go ahead and take your turn.
Argus is going to look into the hole that Jolene just smacked the Diglett in, and reach in to grab the dagger that was tied to it.
It went too far down the hole.
Oh, damn it. Well, can he turn to Dart and bite his bindings off?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Yay!
All right, you're able to take the bindings off of Dart.
And he picks up Dart and puts them in front of him.
Are you like swapping spaces then?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Dart, is that something you'd want?
considering that I just got freed, I'm not going to complain.
Okay, go ahead.
You can fight all those ones. I'll fight this one. I don't know if that's all my actions or not.
The act of freeing would have been your main action. Anything else other than that was just a quick bonus.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay. As for the creatures themselves, you can still hear clicking within the walls, giving the indication that there's more in there, just kind of staying a little out of sight. The ones in front of you are all just more or less kind of just like leering and grinning at you as best as a Diglett can. Their knives flashing within the light of the lantern. And some of them appear to be just kind of like waiting to see what happens, while as others are still in the process of attacking. So we'll start off with the one nearest to Argus.
Oh no.
So it will attack you with Metal Claw.
He will clash with tackle.
Okay.
That will be -2 dice, but Dex fight brawl 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, he rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
Looks like the clash is unsuccessful. And he will then apply a strength.
As a reminder, Argus does have a +1 defense from.
He deals
Jolene's.
no damage.
This is just a lot of ones already.
A lot of ones already.
How
You
did you
gotta
have
get him out of
3
the way
dice?
early.
Because I did an action to free Dart.
Yeah, but how
Um,
did you have 3 dice? You should only have 4.
Because I have 2
have-
flash dice.
4. Oh, right, flash. It is old. Okay. I
Don't
can't
worry,
believe that's a
something
thing.
that even with your system we'll get used to in time.
So Argus flinches back as the Diglett goes to attack, and the dagger just bounces off his horn harmlessly.
It kind of pings, and you can see that the knife gets a little chipped, but the creature seems to be undeterred. The one closest to you, Dart, now seeing that you are free, changes its attention to you and will attack you also with the Metal Claw.
I will not. I will just
He misses.
not have to do anything.
So
Nice.
the surprise of having you two adjust positions causes the little creature to kind of just become a little confused, unsure of who to attack. When it finally makes a swing, it's like trying to catch 2 mice with 1 paw, and it ends up missing both.
I did a smart.
The one closest to you, Jolene, will attack. Okay, it rolls a 1.
Metal Claw is a steel type move, if I'm not mistaken, so it might be good for me to clash it. You know what? I can afford to clash it. I'm gonna try to clash it with a pound. Well, that would be Clash is Dex Fight and Clash, right? Just the effect of the move is.
Let's take a look.
I can never remember how clashes work.
I'm looking for it. Somewhere. From what I could recall, I thought it was a strength fight clash.
For what, clashing?
Yeah.
Depends on the move. It's either strength fight clash or special fight clash.
Special fight clash.
Special
And
fight clash.
since you're a pound, I imagine that's strength then.
Yep.
Yes, that is strength.
Unfortunate. It's only 3 dice then. But,
Physical would probably strength and specialty. Special.
but it only rolled a 1, so I only need to roll a 1. Roll a 1.
I thought
I rolled 1. I rolled 2. I forgot.
that
4s are
same
also-
thing.
I will say, Jolene, if you're not so concerned about doing some damage back, which is kind of the point of clashing, you do have a better evasion than you do clash.
Well, Jolene wants these things to go away, so
Alright.
dealing
I was
damage
just-
back is,
I was wanting to make sure you're aware that that's an option for you.
yeah.
Okay.
I was considering just evading, but I figured why not do some damage back if I can.
Okay.
I believe that clash was successful, so we both take a damage.
Yep, you both take 1 point of damage.
Boop.
Did you deal any damage to that one in particular before? I cannot recall.
I don't think so. Oops. I
Nope,
actually-
she knocked out the other one.
Yeah.
Then it
I
is
did.
1 point for each of you.
That one has Jolene's ire.
Yep,
It's not the
so
one that attacked us, though.
the knife flashes and kind of cuts a little piece of you off just at the same time as you get a hit in. And you both, I assume, just kind of just glare at each other. At least the creature does as best as he can with his beady black eyes.
Yeah. Jolene is giving him the old eye twitch.
The one behind him just kind of snickers. It's like, you ain't doing so well, are you there? Okay, the one right here, like more or less, that one will attack you, Jet.
He will take it.
Okay. It is a 1 on the roll.
All right.
And you're just
Right.
taking?
Yeah, I don't want to take the penalty to an attack later. I don't have much in the way of bonuses on that.
Okay. As a note, you do have 3 HP, so just be aware.
Hopefully I'll survive.
You have some decent defense, correct?
2. You will take 2 damage. What is your defense to diminish?
2. So it'll be down to 1.
Okay. You will take 1 damage then. The knife again flashes in the light of the lantern that still hasn't somehow gone out. And a little piece of your fur is cut off, and you receive a scratch on the side of your body. This particular creature will also then roll for a strength boost, which I think is 6 dice, and if one of them rolls a 1, then he gets it.
Wait, 6 dice. Wait, what?
I think he did manage to roll a 1.
No, it's 1 dice.
Okay, why is it showing 6 on my thing then?
Oh, it has to roll.
Is
It
it
has
a
to
1
roll a
dice
six.
and has to roll a 6? Okay.
Yeah.
1 dice and needs to roll a 6.
Okay.
Otherwise, Metal Claw would be absolutely broken in a higher tier.
Okay, he does not
Look at-
succeed.
All of our ones.
Alright, so no strength boost from him. The other one right beside him is going to target you, Azurith. Just trying to get a cheap shot on you.
Right. Which one in particular, if I may ask?
Like the one that's like up
Ah.
a little bit. It's hard to actually show it, but it's like the one
Yeah,
up
yeah, I
there.
think this one or something.
He's gonna try and get a cheap shot on you.
Hmm.
He rolls a 3.
Hmm. I don't think I can evade that, even if I roll.
Okay. You will roll for damage then.
It shall be done, and done well.
I rolled a 2.
Right then, and that's gonna reduce to plink damage.
You will take 1 damage then.
Man, rude.
He kind of
Didn't your
just
leader challenge me to a one-on-one?
he kind of like takes a stab at you. Oh, and it should be noted that these creatures do have steel, so they do have an extra damage. Just to let you all know.
Yeah.
Is that a thing with steel?
They have stab.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just letting you all know that. We're not going to be having it for this fight, but in future fights, when I bring it back out, don't be surprised.
Astral will glare at his leader and say, "Didn't you just challenge me to a one-on-one?"
Yeah, I did. 1-on-1-on-1. What, you got a problem? Should I go ahead and go get some more of my little members here?
That is not how a proper challenge works.
Time for passing
Azurith
something.
growls.
And you obviously don't know what you're dealing with, do you? And the leader tries to whack you as well.
You will
This
fall
attack
yet.
is all in. If it hits, it is a crit. If it misses, it's a fumble.
It is a miss.
I'll aid you if I can.
Wostein, please do not be redeeming so many cards so fast. This goes for everyone. Please take it easy. We don't need a spam of cards right at the beginning of each game. It gets a bit much to keep track of.
So we're looking at a fumble here. We'll say his knife kind of like dashes right past you and accidentally hits his teammate. The one who just tried to take the cheap shot.
I will say, remind you, Rygon, you do have a reroll.
Okay, and he deals 0 damage to his teammate. But it just kind of like gives him a little like side punch, and they just bounce off of each other. Yeah, and don't worry, I'm aware I've got a reroll. Although, is this a reroll from the last session or one that just popped up this session?
This is this session.
Okay.
Also, the all for one for all card has been played. Reinforcements for the party, or at least one reinforcement for the party is meant to show up, however you want to do that. Or I can return it.
Honestly, not sure what I could do for that. I mean, Ethan could show up, I guess.
No, poor Ethan.
Go hit us his battle power.
It's quite a lot at the start.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you guys to not spam them, please. So we've got a party reroll, storyteller reroll. We just took care of the all-in. Azurith, you've got a crit 6. Or you've got an automatic 6. You also have an extra die to your next roll. And that should be everything. And I mean, I will say, as far as the reinforcement thing, we can do it as, like, maybe a tunnel collapses and helps us out by taking away a couple or something, whatever you'd like to do on that. Or I can just give it back. I am A-okay either way.
What I'll do is I will allow you all to have a chance to gain 1 health back.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
So you're all kind of getting warmed up. You're getting invigorated in the fight. Go ahead and make a roll. If it's a 3 or higher, you get your health back. If it's a 2 or lower, you do not.
I think that would definitely be helpful.
Damn it.
Oh.
Okay, only Azurith and Dart.
And I'm
amount-
uninjured.
Of low rolls we've gotten.
Since I'm uninjured, could I, send the positive energy to someone who needs it?
I'll allow it. But in order to do that, you got to come up with a uplifting phrase.
What would be uplifting that would also not piss them off?
Reach for the sky.
That is the exact opposite of what we're looking for.
But it's uplifting. It's like to the sky.
You goof.
Also trying to, sound inspiring with a sore throat. Give me a moment.
Take a moment.
Try not to die. It's bad for your health.
That's what I say all the time.
Dart has fainted.
For the record, also, Jolene and Jet are at 2 HP, and they're the lowest out of everyone.
You could say something like,
No,
we have...
no, shh.
Oh?
I want to do this on my own.
Okay. I'll just snack.
We will snack on their corpses! No, okay, no. I'm
That'd be very intimidating to them, I'm sure.
I know. Not actually what I'm going to do. But I had to respond like that to your...
I mean...
Okay, I don't think Dart's, very much one for, pokey cannibalism, or whatever you want to call it.
He's not the one who goes hunting. It's not cannibalism, it's hunting.
And also, goddammit, I just saw Tiberian's comment in chat. Now I see where you got that from, Zim. Yeah, Dart's probably just going to shout out. Like, they seem really predictable. Just... Everyone focus, we got this.
Who are you directing that energy to?
I will flip a coin, actually. Just so I'm unbiased. Heads will be Jet, tails would be Jolene. Okay, that is tails.
All right, Jolene, you get 1 extra health.
Okay. Thank you, darling. What shall we do?
Gotta whack 'em all.
Varian, right now, we've got a few people that are pretty injured.
Yep. Unfortunately, getting hit with a mound of dirt took out some of the health, and they were kind of injured coming in to begin with. That's one of the reasons why I'm not doing a straight up stab move, because then you guys would just be overwhelmed.
We're all dead.
Most of us don't even have a stab move yet.
Mm-hmm. So, but there's still a possibility you all could lose. So, best of luck. All right. That is all of the Diglett's turn. The final one that has not had to go is just kind of just leering and just waiting for a chance to strike at you, Azurith, but he does not move.
It's Jet.
Alright.
Oh, it is Jet?
Yeah. He goes enemies then Jet.
Alright. Wasn't sure if all the enemies were done. Okay. Jet is going to kind of look around, and after he heard that whistle, he's going to use Charge Stone towards the leader.
Okay. It is a tight corridor, though, so you are going to have to roll in order to get past Azurith.
Charge Stone is a ranged attack.
Yes.
You have to touch the rock, remember?
You have to touch the rock. It's a small corridor. There is a chance that Azurith could be hit.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Just a 1d6. If it's a 1, Azurith will be hit. If it's anything else, you make it.
Okay.
Okay,
Boom!
you managed to get the shot off.
Nice.
Dex Fight Channel 4.
Ooh. Leader can't even evade it.
Now, I thought you said that was a one-on-one over there. Not very nice of you. And Strength +2. Roll 3.
Nice.
And then Chance of Paralysis.
I also want to mention I did lower specifically the leaders and this one over here's defense last session.
As you smack the leader right in the gob, he just kind of like falls backwards very slow and dramatically. And a couple of the other more minor creatures just kind of like catch him. And they're like, "Leader, no!" And they carry him off into the tunnels. You can kind of hear him just sort of mumbling to himself, like, "Get him, boys! Dog!"
Show you, dog? No, we'll show you, dog. Nice one. Very nice.
You can see that the remaining creatures are looking a bit uneasy having their leader taken away. But they still seem committed to the fight.
So, how many left from that, or was it only the leader?
It was only the leader.
Okay. Also, don't forget hands not being on top of everyone.
Oh, alright.
Otherwise, I can attempt another later, so Jet will take another turn later as well. But that'll be it for now.
Can you go ahead and tell me what you're going to be doing later?
He's going to be doing another Charge Stone.
Okay.
You
But you
cannot
couldn't.
use the same action twice in a round, even if it's
Okay.
multi-action.
He'll try to ghostly phase into one of them. In other words, use Lick.
Oh, who is next on the list?
Dart is next.
What was that?
Dart is next.
Ah.
Alright, I'm also gonna try this multi-action.
Okay.
For my main turn, I want to kick Dirt. But I want to use Mud Slap, but I want to kick Dirt at them.
Okay. And who are you kicking dirt at?
How do you ping the tokens again?
Tab.
Alt
Alt is.
or tab?
It's
Yeah.
tab, yeah.
Oh yeah. Or
I'm
they
gonna,
switching
I'm,
up.
I'm gonna leave the one to Argus so the one closest to me.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
And since this is my first time actually using the move, I just need to actually recall what's our rules for me not having to like master the
Roll,
move.
roll 1d6. If it's a 3 or higher, you succeed. And you need 3 successes to know it forever.
I'm sorry, David. I actually had the tab. So 1d6.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you're not able to get that move off. You kind of pat a little bit at the dirt, but it doesn't quite go the way that you want.
Very fair. For the multi-action, at the end, I'd like to do a pellet shot at them.
Okay.
And I guess that would be my turn. And
Yep,
we resolve
unless
at
you
the
want
end.
to unless you want to physically move.
I'm good where I am right now.
Okay.
Protecting Argus from others.
And that makes it my turn.
I'll just dart between your legs if something happens.
Jolene can only do one thing this turn, really? Well, I mean, technically I could do both my moves. I would only have one dice for the last move. So I'm only going to do one thing. Jolene is going to attempt to pound the little shit into the ground. Let's see how good Angry Jolene is going to do.
Okay.
She does
Ow.
not do very good.
That's not good.
Yeah. We have a reroll?
We do have
We
a
do have a
party
party
reroll.
Yes.
Would you mind me using that?
I do not mind.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
Angry Jolene has
Go
the
ahead.
highest kill count of Diglets.
Well, now it's kind of tied, but okay. Well,
You have the
then,
best kill count. You're good at whack-a-mole.
okay. Let's play whack-a-mole and this time get it right.
Okay. The creature will attempt to evade, I believe.
Okay. I believe it also has a -2 from its thing, so
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. What was it?
It stabbed at Jolene and failed a clash.
Alright, I didn't put any into that one. Oh, no, it can't even attempt the evade.
okay. Well, come on, Angry Jolene. Well,
Okay. That would have
damage
been
is
a
damage.
reduce, but it'll take 1 plink damage.
Yep.
Who are you directing it at?
The one that attacked me. That
Okay.
one.
Go ahead and describe.
Yeah, Jolene is going to say, but her eye twitching. Darling, you are a rude little piece of shit. Now why don't you go away? And she's going to go and smack it right on the top of the head. It is very
Okay.
obvious that she is very frustrated.
You kind of smack it on top of the head, and it just goes down into the hole and pops up out of another one with a big welt kind of forming on it. Ooh, oh, I'm gonna get you for that one.
You can surely try. And that is all Jolene can do. Which means it is now Azurith.
My turn. I would not use multi-action this round. But Azurith will use tackle on this little guy right here.
Okay.
After seeing the leader goes down, he immediately turns his gaze over to that one who Jet has been attacking earlier, and then proceeds to go. I actually cannot think of a line for him. But
But
he
you
turns to
need the
step and is-
one-liner.
Actually, let me roll first before I give that one-liner.
I will
Let me
also
balance scale this fight. Smack.
Yeah, there's a reason why I want to roll first to see what kind of one-liner I can give.
Time to
for
put
it.
these
Time to
goons
tip
back
the
in the
scales.
ground.
I also want to remind you, you have 1 extra die and an automatic 6.
So, 1 extra die and an automatic 6. So, essentially, I'm rolling normally and just adding a 6 on top, correct?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Crit, 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 fuck.
That's a 2.
2, ending up being 3 from the automatic 6 and the +1 dice. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it can even a clash or evade, I think. Actually, it could. No, it can't do either. Go ahead.
Your leader's down, yet you still stand. How very strong of you. And then-
Thanks.
And then he's just gonna go charge right on in. But will it be enough?
Okay. I want to say that one did take damage before.
Jet, did you attack this one last session?
Yeah, I did.
Alright then,
Okay.
it
Do
also
you
has
remember
lowered
if you
defense.
Do you remember if you dealt 1 or 2 damage?
I believe it was 2.
All right. You beat him. Go ahead and describe how you beat him.
So immediately turning his gate, he says his line and just bashes his head crest right into the head of this thing. Like, you know, like a hammer on someone's head. But no, not vertically, horizontally.
Okay. The creature, like your head is just so strong, it manages to bend the knife inwardly as it tries to defend itself. And it just kind of like crumples into its little hole before it disappears.
Well, it seemed it wasn't enough. Y'all still willing to fight? Because we've got a lot of fight in us.
The others are looking very unwary now. They're all just kind of like eyeing each other before they just kind of like hold their weapons out a little bit. It's just like you don't scare us. We have numbers.
Okay, now I really want to multi-action Lear at the end of this round. Fuck. No. What do we... Nah, Lear's the best way to use it.
But you
Well,
had to have
tomorrow
called it out at the end of your or at the beginning of your round,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. I just want to give a word. What's the term? Challenge, might. Alright, that's all I can do.
Okay.
It would be Amos's turn, but not here, so.
We'll assume Amos takes on a defensive posture.
Then it would be,
Defensive doggo.
yeah, that would put it to the top of the round. Which is... Oh, it's so hard to ping things on here. I was trying to ping Argus, but
Yeah, you can say that like this one and this one are Amos and the one right by him are just occupied in a fight against each other, so neither of them are gonna like interfere with anybody else.
The multi actions.
Okay. Then the
Dart
one at
had
the top of the round, I believe. Yep, Dart.
It's it's the multi actions. So yeah.
Okay, so since I'm doing a multi-action here, I'd take -2 dice.
Yes.
Yes.
Jet was going to take one too.
I believe Jet was first in the turn order then.
Yes. Yeah, it is Jet then Dart.
Okay, my bad.
Jet is going to go for this one across from him next to Amos.
Okay.
Another.
You certainly
be
can.
done
Another one
and
in
done
range
well.
is the one right by Azurith.
True.
And the reason why I bring that up is because the one by Amos is occupied in a fight with Amos, and they're dead even, so there's no damage being exchanged either way.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So
All right,
I
then
don't
the
want you to
one-
waste your turn.
All right, then the one diagonal to him. And this attack is apparently being sent all in.
Okay.
So, excuse me, Dex fight channel.
Stu?
Okay. It will attempt to clash.
Come on, success. For me, not it.
Unfortunately, it's
Woohoo!
unsuccessful. So the
Ah.
knife kind of like flashes towards you, but what do?
So Jet is going to kind of dodge to the side before kicking up another rock from the ground and launching it at the Diglett after he dodges the knife.
Wait. I thought you were doing the lick.
Yep,
Right.
it had to have been the
The lick. You're right. My bad. So in that case, he will, well, he's just going to phase through it. I mean, that is what he's trying to do anyways.
Okay.
And a success for Lick.
Alrighty. What does Lick do?
Lick. Lick has a chance to paralyze. The user licks the foe. The saliva can numb the body of most creatures. Basically, the way I'm thinking he's trying to do it is he's trying to, like, phase into them and see if that does anything. Maybe, you know, something inside, but then, you know, he's going in with his mouth, and so that's why it's being the lick.
Okay. There's big old wet slobber right on the Diglett, and you just kind of see its fur just go. Psst.
So, here's the damage.
Okay. And this is a special type move, right? Or is this a physical?
No, physical.
All right. It will. I forget. Was this one affected in your leer?
Nope.
Okay.
It was not.
Then it will take 1 damage.
Are we doing stab for this battle?
You guys are. They aren't.
Okay. So then stab would affect this, which I think just adds an automatic +1 damage.
No, it adds 1 more dice to roll.
Okay, so let me roll that.
The automatic +1 is super effective.
Ah.
It
Double
will deal 2 damage.
Double super effective is an automatic +2. Reminder, these automatic damage cannot be reduced by defense. They're fun and scary.
And then the
See, what type-
paralyze chance. Huh?
I was just asking what type of move is that? That's Ghost, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they are also paralyzed.
Nice rolls, by the way, for that
Very nice.
paralyzed chance.
Okay, let
I
me
only
see,
needed
paralyzed.
1/6 and had.
I'll just place this here so I remember.
It said yes to paralyzation.
Just kind of
Let's
like.
see.
Well, why is it kind of shuddering?
My
2 points in dexterity and moves at half its speed or can't move at all. Electric type Pokemon are immune.
It's definitely not an electric type, I can tell you that much.
Holy crap, there's no way to get past it. It just flat lasts for 24 hours.
Yeah, that one will
Oh,
probably receive a heavy diminishment on my part, so I'll say it lasts for 3 rounds.
Like the confusion.
Yeah, I feel like they made some of the status effects a bit too strong.
They probably
Yeah.
added
Just a
ways
little
to get
bit.
rid of them.
So we'll say for now it lasts for 3 rounds, and I'll adjust as necessary as we go.
But either way, that is it for Jet's extra action.
So Dart.
He is still a little confused as to why that, or why it had that effect, but
Same target as before, but with the pellet shot, so -2 dice.
Okay, the one right by you.
Correct.
Okay. I need like a little number tracker on this board so I can keep track of everyone's numbers better. I forgot to do spread out a sheet for myself. All right, it will try to evade. It does not
Okay.
evade.
I'm going to be rolling my damage, which is the special +1, so... And just as a quick question, when it's stab, that's extra dice?
Yes.
And 1 extra dice of damage, yeah. Okay, you get 1 hit in. And it is blink damage. Have you heard this one before? I think you tried to shove dust in its eyes and it didn't work.
I tried shoving dust in his eyes, didn't work, but I was like, you know what? Blast it.
Okay. You do deal 1 damage. Go ahead and describe.
Dart being a little bit frustrated at the, the kicking dust not working at the moment, despite something telling him that, he should. He just decides to focus on that energy, open his maw, and just blast a little creature right in front of him.
The little creature is just barely able to like direct its knife into the direction of the pellet, and its like whole body shakes as soon as the little pellet just drops to the ground. It's just like
Next one, fair warning, next one's going for the eyes.
yeah, so is mine.
Looking a little unsteady there.
You can't beat the tunnel rats. We own this joint.
You some weird looking rats.
He doesn't have a response for that. He just kind of like scoffs.
Point 1 for Dart.
I think that was all the multi-actions this one, right?
As for the paralyzed, I see people are talking about that one. It'll lift after a battle, but it might have some after effects. So, like for example, an individual might still have like stiff movements, but otherwise, I'll say it lifts because otherwise, it's just a pain in the ass to deal with.
Just as a question, I know with Pellet Shot we did say it dropping them down the turn order. I don't think that applies to like the mob encounters like this.
Yes.
Oop, just wanted to clarify.
So you could drop one down in the turn order.
I think he's the perfect one to drop down.
All right. Are you going to roll for that then?
What roll do you want?
What roll does it say on your sheet?
Didn't determine.
All right, I'll say it is a 1d6. If you roll a 5 or 6, it is a drop down.
That's better than most going for
30%
status
chance.
effects.
I'll make a note of that to edit my card.
Yep, and I'll determine how strong it is, and I'll adjust as necessary. So don't be surprised if I change it up later.
That's me done.
Okay.
And
I think that's everyone's multi-action.
yeah, because I didn't do one, and I think Azurith didn't do one.
Yep.
Nope, they don't specify.
So I
Then
guess-
we cycle back around.
Argus is going to bite his lip, trying not to cry as he's looking around, and then he sees angry Jolene bapping at one of the Diglets, and his eyes just go wide like, I need a fight, or Jolene's gonna kill me. So he's going to roar.
Okay.
That is tough contest intimidate.
Then give me your biggest roar. Have you automatic that one?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Can't even dodge it.
He's going to close his eyes, open his mouth wide, and yell, "Go away!"
Okay.
Just have it
And
echo
is
through
this-
the caves.
Is this a single target?
It doesn't say.
Single target.
Is it single
Oh.
target?
Uh-huh.
Where does it?
I would say
Oh,
just
okay, I
due to
see it.
strength, it's single target, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, the one that
Mm.
was fighting you, I assume Marcus, is the one you're shouting out?
Yep.
Uh,
Gonna roar back into his hole.
For future reference, roar is priority -6, meaning you are going at the end next time you go to use it. When I say go to use it, I mean, it was supposed to happen this time, but
Okay.
it's one of
Okay.
those slow moves. Like, I think Seismic Toss is one of those, you go last in the turn order.
No, not seismic toss. In the normal game, switching moves have a priority of negative. Circle throw, dragon tail, roar. Sorry.
I just want to point out, since you're the Pokemon nerd, and how it makes sense and such.
I wasn't sure it worked that way in this game.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it says, added effect, low priority. In the wild, the battle ends. In the official fight, the Pokemon switches out, yada yada, Pokemon trainer stuff.
So we'll say that you scare off one of them. They're already pretty weak in terms of their morale. So this one, it's just an easy, just goes like, just kind of vanishes into the hole.
I roar him into the hole.
You wish to
And
do
he
anything else?
He flops on his bum, because that's his one action.
Oh. So had you said it before you did things, you could have technically done another move if you had the dice for it.
I don't think I actually have enough dice to do a different move.
Perfectly
Roar
fair.
has
I mean,
those
you
dice.
got rid of one of them anyway, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, and it was a full health one.
Mm-hmm.
Argus is proud.
All right. The one that is currently fighting you, Jet, who appears to be kind of like a, second in command sort of fella. He's just like, yo, brothers, get your asses in here. We're losing the fight. We need more bodies. And I'm going to
Wait,
make a
the
roll
one-
if I make a 6.
Sorry,
Go
the
ahead.
one that's fighting Jet?
Yep, this one right up here. The one who took a cheap shot at Azurith.
The one that's paralyzed?
He's
or
fighting
the one...
you now. Yeah, he's the one that's paralyzed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he's kind of making like a little shout for reinforcements. If I roll a 6, they will acquire some reinforcements. They have rolled a 6. Somehow, despite the fact that everything is working against him, he does manage to convince one guy to show back up.
Is it the same one that Argus scared off?
No, it is a different one. This guy looks mean. He's got a big scar kind of stretching down his face, and he just grumbles like, "Bleh."
Oh god, he's the tiny of Diglets.
Right away, boss. And he immediately tries to hit Jet in the back.
Oh, back attack.
So same thing, Metal Claw. He rolls a 1.
Considering his health, Jet will go ahead and try to evade.
Okay.
Or rather, phase.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Evasion 3. Oof.
You
Hey!
succeed. Go ahead and describe.
Jet just kind of gets his, he feels a little tingle at his tail as the knife goes towards it, and just kind of makes it phase before it actually touches his flesh. Maybe a little strand or two of fur falling to the ground.
What trickery is this?
Hey, it worked!
I love his voice.
And now he's wagging the tail very excitedly.
Okay. All right. Going back around, the one by you, Dart, is going to attack.
Heroes never die.
He misses. All right, what is that card? Is that just everyone gets healed or something?
That is just one person, and that is half of max targeting Jet.
Okay. So I believe that was a 2 as we agreed upon last time.
Yes. Half of the max rounded down.
Yep, you're feeling pretty good about yourself, and you can feel a boost of energy from your phasing and your successful evasion.
Thank you, Varian. All right, let's do this.
All right. So he rolled, I believe, he rolled a 0, so he misses. He tries to take another chip at you, Dart, and he just kind of like swings wide. Turns out having like no arms at all doesn't really help with distance. And he just kind of like clangs against the rock and pops back in over into his hole.
Dart's going to grin.
Okay, the one by you, Jolene, is going to try to hit. He rolls a 1.
Going to evade, because I do not need to take a bunch of damage. Uh-oh. It's supposed to be 2 out of 5. Or no, 3 out of 5, because I did get that heal. So evasion 4 means I have 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
You successfully evade.
Yes. Float up, float back down. Smiling a very, very unhappy smile.
Hey, get back down here! How am I supposed to hit you if you keep floating away?
Gotta try harder than that, darling.
The one right beside him, he like digs into the ground, and he pops out right above you, Jolene, and tries to take a swing at you.
Clever girl.
He rolls a 1.
I only have 2 dice to evade this time. And if I do, I won't be able to attack. But also, I am weak to steel. Huh. Conundrum. I think I'm still gonna evade. Might not be
Okay.
able to do anything, but hopefully this works.
You succeed. Go ahead and describe.
Now Jolene just floats back down a little bit, just as it's coming at her, and she smiles at her very unpleasant-looking smile at them. Tut tut tut! You are so predictable.
Please take hands away from the tokens. Thank you. He just kind of like plops onto the ground, and before turning around in his hole, it's just like, oh, darn, I thought that would actually get you. You're fast. Okay. The one that is paralyzed, let me check the little thing, see if he can even move at all. Okay, he is going to try and attack you, Jet. So now he's, because you licked him, he's focusing on you. I believe is this a dexterity move? Yeah, oh, it is a dexterity move. Ignore that roll. He rolls a 1.
Fudge. Jet's gonna have to take it. At least
Okay.
if he wants to do anything on his turn.
He rolls a 3.
Ow!
Well, it's a good thing you had that restoration.
And I believe
Yeah.
electric resist steel.
Wait, really? Hold up.
I don't think ghosts do.
Ghost doesn't, but I'm
Oh.
pretty sure electric resists it.
Yes, I
Steel
do have a
is-
resistance to... I have a resistance to steel, yes.
Okay.
So how does resistance work then?
It's a
Excellent.
great question.
It takes away 1 damage, and I did ask on the official Pokerole server once. It can reduce to 0, which is also
Oh.
scary. But that's what other people say. It's up to DM.
So my defense would reduce it to 1, and then the resistance would up to the DM on whether I have the plink or no.
I'd say we're going to have the plink simply due to the fact that otherwise it's entirely possible that if played right, this entire battle, nothing would be able to touch you.
All right.
And unless they have ground type moves, which he's weak to.
They do, but they're kind of stuck with their little knives.
Yeah, their ground
the
type
knives kind of
twos.
stuck to them.
Their ground type moves would definitely do damage to Jet.
Oh, yeah. What can I say? They're stubborn.
Yeah.
So we'll do plink damage. We'll carry that moving forward, but yeah, otherwise it'll be considered a free defense essentially.
Okay.
Man, if one of them had actually hit Jolene, she'd be really hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Like Arcus was.
Like, I mean, the battle, as you all can probably tell, has been modified, so that way it's not too bad. Because otherwise, they'd be dealing like stab moves left and right, and there's a good chance that this could have been a very quick fight.
Yeah.
We'd all be dead.
Alrighty.
No big surprise.
And that's not to say you guys aren't doing well. You are doing well against the challenge that I'm posing against you. So, just because they might be nerfed a little bit doesn't mean that your victories are any less victorious.
We still work for it.
So you take 1 plink damage. He kind of like tunnels underneath the ground and he pops up right underneath you, Jet. And he manages to get a scratch right underneath your chin. I got you, little puppy. And he will roll to see if he increases his strength. He does not. And finally, the one right by you, Azurith, is going to take a strike at you.
Oh no. I'm assuming it's this one, right?
Yeah, it's the last one. He
Alright,
rolls a
okay.
2.
I'm confident in my skill. Take it. Actually,
Oh, you're just taking it?
yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay. He rolls a 1. So you take 1 plink damage.
Nice.
Uno plinko.
He slashes at you just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally on the very 5th one, he manages to take a little chink of your armor away.
Pointy.
And I believe that is all their turns. The one with against Amos is still locked in a dead fight.
And Argus scared his off.
In that case, it'd be Jet again.
Yep.
All right. He will be taking an action afterwards, or at the end.
You have the dice for that?
He'll have 1 die.
Well, I
left
know
at the
you dodged against the dude behind you. Did you take the hit in the one in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just took that one. So this one is at -2, and then the third one will be, or the one at the end of the round will be at minus. It'll be just 1 die. So,
Okay.
right now he's going to use Charge Stone on the one that he paralyzed before, and then later on he'll try Lick on the other one behind him.
Okay.
So, 3 dice.
All right. He will try to evade. He does not succeed.
Hooray! In that case. Boosh, 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 boosh!
Roll the dice. I need to move my hands out of the way. Ooh.
He's going to basically be like, yeah, you got that little cut on me. Here's my response. And he just kicks up several rocks and throws them, it just launches them straight into its nose.
And you just kind of hear like little squeaks like before the little creature just kind of like rockets back into its hole.
And that will be it for Jet for now.
Okay.
After Jet is Jolene?
No, let's start.
I was
Yep, it is
I was about to ask, like, is the battle initiative note accurate? And okay, cool. I'm gonna do another multi-action, but this time I'm gonna do the pellet shot first. I'm gonna do the mud slap second.
Okay, go ahead.
Targeting the same one as before. Right for the eyes.
Aim for the eyes.
You should have gone for the head.
Go for the eyes! Dart, go for the eyes! Roar!
Okay, he will attempt to clash.
The stab only affects the damage, right?
Only affects damage.
He is unsuccessful.
Sweet.
As you try to shoot the pellet shot, the creature kind of sees it coming, and at the last moment just sort of like ducks its head into its hole, and the pellet shot just like embeds itself into the wall right above him.
Oh.
Oh, are you? I'm sorry. Are you a little scared at the moment? I'm sorry.
No. He's still kind of shaky from the last hit.
And yeah, we'll resolve the mud slap at the end. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
That makes it my turn. Jolene only has 1 dice to do this, but Jolene is going to attempt to give a aromatic mist to Jet, or actually, Jet or Azurith? Jet.
Yeah.
Just because that's all she can really do, because I don't think the pound will do much. Actually, I have 1 dice. That's still a chance. I think she'll actually attempt to pound the one that she has been wailing on so far, because there's still a chance. So that guy, because I don't think anybody actually needs the aromatic mist.
Go ahead.
Come on,
Maybe.
Lady Luck.
I mean, I have 2 HP.
But yes,
So-
but you also have 3 defense.
I have
Okay.
2.
Obviously, it will try to evade.
Yes. Do you only have 2 defense?
Yeah.
Your
It
sheet
is
says you have
successful.
3. Unfortunate. Oh well.
Why would I have... Wait, what? Why would I have 3?
Special is your special defense, and vitality is your other.
No, I should only have 2. Because...
Yeah, you should only have 2.
I don't know, I put 3 and 3. Oops.
Yeah,
At least I knew it was only 2.
but yeah. I also don't think these things are rolling more than 3 dice for damage.
They're rolling 4 dice for
Oh,
damage.
they are? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, oh well. I did what I did. Jolene is just gonna mutter under her breath, "Sneaky little thing." And that is all she can do, so it is
Okay.
on to Azurith.
My turn. I would like to tackle the one lone guy.
Okay.
Or that
Go ahead.
Azurith would like to. He's gonna immediately turn around and charge straight into the thing with a lunge. Let's see, that is, I will double check. Dex 5, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
2 successes.
It will attempt to clash. It is unsuccessful.
Alrighty then. With a quick turnabout or about face and a lunge, he goes and just charges straight in without a sound. Except for the resounding doing that comes from the impact.
I think this is the first time you're dealing damage.
It's the first time I'm dealing damage to this guy.
Okay. And he does not have any defenses reduced.
Nope.
Okay. You deal 2 damage. So he kind of just like takes the brunt of the shock and wobbles back and forth. Like before finally settling back into place with an angry grit, like an angry frown.
Jet, he's all yours.
I'm a little preoccupied by one over here, but sure.
Oops. All for my turn.
Okay. And Amos is obviously he's just fighting against his. So it wraps back around, except I believe we had a mud slap from Jet.
And well, no, mud slap from Dart. And lick from
Dart.
Jet.
Okay, go ahead, Jet, with yours.
Woo! First off, an attempt to actually use it. It needed to be 3. Okay, yeah. I was gonna verify that. And then 1 die for the attack roll. Okay. Does that still count as as a success, even though I missed?
It's a miss.
No, I mean a success on mastering it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my
So
roars
you
counted.
managed to get the move off successfully. It's just it just missed the opponent. So go ahead and describe.
He tries to do exactly what he did with the first one, leading in and trying to phase into them. And he does do so, but instead he kind of just phases through. If that's okay, in a slight movement or something. Or he pulls back.
Yeah.
We'll just
Just like
pull back.
you fade through, you pull back. It's you were like successful, but you just weren't able to quite pull it off.
Okay.
And he just
That's
goes, puppy, silly. Okay. Dart.
Alright, Dart's gonna go back to kicking the ground.
Kick the ground.
Kick the ground.
Okay. He will try to evade.
Oh, that's to see if he could do it.
If it goes off.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you succeed. Very nice. And I think I've already had this one evade already, so I don't think he can evade anymore.
He's in the hole. Kick Dirt in the hole. He's not gonna evade?
Nope, I don't think he has the dice for it. I'm pretty sure he's already tried to evade your first attack. Darn. Yeah, I'm guessing you just kind of kick a little bit of dirt onto him and he just kind of looks down at you confused.
This went better in my head. He's gonna mumble to himself.
Does that also reduce the foe's accuracy even if it doesn't do damage?
I think it still has to hit, like, at least once.
It's like, who knew steel ground versus steel ground would be just such a stalemate?
We don't know what its secondary typing is. We just know it's steel type.
Very fair.
Alrighty, we're wrapping back around to you, Argus.
Argus is going to be using Roar again, so his priority is lowered.
Okay. Then we move on to them. The one right by you, Dart, just kind of like, I know I'm dirty, but how dare you make me dirtier? And he attacks you.
I won't try to evade.
Okay. Sorry, he misses anyway.
Mhm.
So he kind of like pings off of your, like, one of your steel bits. And just like ding, like, oh, he just goes shaking again.
The tickles.
A puppy.
And you
Puppy
actually
power.
hear something coming from your side. This one over here had dug down and is giving you a surprise attack. He rolls a 1.
I will now try to evade.
Okay. He rolls a 2.
And I'm resistant to steel types.
Okay. And I'm guessing with your damage, this will just be straight up just turn into plink damage.
Blink damage. Because I have 1 defense, and then yeah, I resist steel.
Okay. Then it's just 1 plink damage. So the creature, he kind of just like lunges at you with a directed stab, and he manages to kind of scratch along the side of your body a little bit. Like, you're pretty hard, aren't you?
No, I'm Dart.
And he's just like, but you're not a dart. You're a dog. All right. One right by you, Jolene, is going to try and take a hit at you.
Okay.
It rolls a 3.
Oh. Well, I'm going to try to evade it. I have
Okay.
to roll really well. Nope.
Roll a 2. All right, so he is going to try and take you try floating upwards, and he just like, no, you don't. And he deals 1 damage.
Yeah. So even with my weakness to it, that would still be 1 because of my defense. Thank God. I was very scared when that succeeded to hit me.
Aha, I got you that time, he says, as one of your like droplets of milk kind of falls down to the ground from where his knife had cut.
Nice going, darling. Now let's see if you like it with the consequences.
Consequences? Okay, the one right by you, Jet, is going to attack you.
Okay. The one he tried to
Rolls
lick.
a 2. Yes.
He will.
I missed.
He's gonna attempt
Not
to
enough
clash. This time
Okay.
he's going to. So when we are clashing, can we attempt to use our moves we haven't mastered yet, or no?
We
Hmm.
when I did
Good
that,
question.
I had to roll to make sure I could use it. Otherwise, the clash immediately failed.
Yeah, I think
True.
that's how we did it before.
That's how I
got this.
mastered
Feel
tackle.
lucky enough.
Got 3 clashes in a row.
I'm gonna try it.
All right, go
He's
for it.
basically going to charge his, or try and focus on that electrical energy. Aha!
Can you succeed?
Which means my nuzzle is now mastered.
Very nice.
Nice.
But he's focusing his electrical energy into a into the knife and just kind of facing it head on. And yeah. Oh, and it's a guaranteed paralysis.
Oh no.
Alright.
That's right. Nuzzle is weak, but guarantees paralysis. Ah, that's why I've hated Nuzzle.
Oh, right. I guess I have to actually roll to try and beat that.
Yes.
Reminder, secondary effects do not occur when and during clashing.
Oh, right. Okay, well, it didn't succeed. So I'm taking the damage anyways.
Oh, it turns out rubbing up against a knife is a bad idea.
That's so true.
You
Don't nuzzle
tried.
the knife. Bad dog.
Hey,
And
someone.
he deals 1 plink damage at you.
Chat. Clip it. Make a clip of this. Now. Please.
This is the one where we need fan art.
This is gonna need fan art and a clip. We need a clip for voiceover, and we need a fan art of this, so we can just,
Jet nuzzled the knife. It wasn't very effective.
It was an
So-
attempt.
As you're charging up your electricity and you kind of like lean into the knife, he just kind of like just stabs you.
Ow! I was. Oh, I was expecting to go through it this time again.
Silly puppy.
Hello, this
Okay.
is your good friend Dart here with a helpful tip for your combat encounters. Nuzzle's a really awesome move that can cause paralysis in your opponents, but be careful what you nuzzle against, including knives.
Remember, rock, nuzzle, knife. Knife beats nuzzle.
Okay. And finally, the one right by you, Azurith, is going to attack.
No.
It rolls a 2.
What's my clashing looking like? No, I should probably just evade it, to be honest. Drink fight. Yeah, I should probably just try to evade it. I would like to try to evade, please.
Go ahead.
Next fight. I don't have any points of evasion yet, so. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
You succeed.
Yeah!
The knife goes wide.
Ugh! Not this time!
Okay. And your opponent is just his frown just becomes even frownier somehow. Like just
Azurith just stares back.
No, I'll hit you eventually.
But would you last long enough to hit me?
We tunnel rats don't back down from a fight. And he like kind of like thrusts his chest out a little bit. And you imagine that if he could, he'd like have tiny thumps against it, but he doesn't.
Azurith returns a proudful look. I can't say the word right. Pushing out his chest. Words are failing me. Return to dragon. I apologize.
All right. That is their turn.
Okay, right. For some reason, every time you say that is their turn, it doesn't occur to me that it's like, oh, right, that means their turn's over.
All of them are gone.
I'm gonna do the same thing as before. Charge stone on my turn, and then lick later.
Okay.
And this will be at a -2 because I did do the clash. Dex fight channel. Oof. Wait, was that right? Ow.
Unsuccessful.
Well, he tries to launch a. Wait, that doesn't. Last time I still had enough for. Okay, I think I must have messed up on math last time. My bad.
No worries.
Anyways, yeah, he just kind of tries and it goes sailing over them.
You just kind of hear a bit of a clatter and just maybe Dart going like, "Hey," or something like that.
God, you're doing so much friendly fire. Sort
Okay.
of.
I believe it
Non-damaging
is
friendly
Dart's
fire.
turn.
Yep, and I will do the same things before. I'm going to do a pellet shot, and do a multi-action with the mud slap.
Okay.
But this time,
Same targets.
I'm going to target the one that stabbed me.
Okay.
And I'm going to flavor it and trying to aim for the area where the knife's attached.
Okay. Go ahead. Ooh, a 2. He will attempt to clash. He is unsuccessful.
Damage time.
My God.
Unfortunately, your pellet, it does fly true, and it flies right through the little piece of like rope that's just kind of holding the knife there. And the knife just like the rope snaps and the knife kind of begins to sort of like slide off, and he's just like sort of scrambles to like get it reattached and kind of like thumping himself against the ground to reattach it.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun. Dart's innocent
This
character.
Not fun.
Oh yeah,
I'm having
this has been a blast. I'm
I'm
discovering all sorts
nice.
of new things I can do.
Argus, take their knife.
I agree with Dart on both sides. This is fun. I want more.
Thus, the
You all can kinda
jangmo-o
hear
has
the-
become bloodthirsty.
You can all hear that kind of clicking in the walls, just kind of like faltering, kind of falling out of step, out of beat. So it's just like, yeah, there we go, guys.
Although we should probably get this over with soon so we can get to Doc. That would be like helpful for Doc. You know.
I'm doing my best.
So who's next?
It would be Jolene.
Go ahead, Jolene.
Jolene is going to try and pound this one into the ground.
Okay.
I have 3 dice to do this. Come on, channel your anger, Jolene.
Got this. 2. He will attempt to clash. He is unsuccessful.
And strength plus 1, strength plus 2. So 1, 2, 3.
All right. He's gone. Go ahead and tell me how you get rid of him.
Yeah, Jolene floats right down to like eye level, and says, "Darling, go away," and then raises her little nubbly, and just very very swiftly he brings it down and on it right between its eyes, with a little splush sound, and knocking him right back into his little hole. Well,
And he just kind of like, he bounces a little bit and just sort of sinks back down.
yeah. And though that's all she can do, Jolene is going to turn, smiling a sinister smile at the one that
They actually managed to hold on.
this
Brave
one.
little shits.
Yeah, they're very brave. Yeah, she's going to just turn and stare at that one, the one that had that had attacked her from above originally, and moved. It's like, darling, you're next.
Nope.
That's Jolene's turn. That makes it Azurith.
Cool. No, I can only do one action. I cannot mostly. The only thing I can do, tackle.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Let me. Huh. I feel like I typed something.
Okay, 2. You will attempt to clash. He is unsuccessful.
Alrighty then. Damage! After he dodges the knife and puffing out his chest, he's making a glare right back and charge straight forward again.
Okay. And I believe you've dealt 2 damage to this one before.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and tell me how you get rid of him.
So with a smile and, feeling energetic from the battling, it makes him feel happy. Combat is good and fun. And that knife that might have been used to block, she just snaps in half with the point as he charges straight into the Diglett, probably giving it a concussion.
All right. The Diglett just kind of goes like flying and just like pops into another hole and just disappears. Just like boop, boop.
Ah, it's Finball. Alright, who's next?
Okay, I got to roll to see if they hang on.
No, object.
They do.
They are very brave little shits.
The
Or
brave
very
pieces of...
stupid. Or very stupid. There's a fine line there.
I think the ones enjoying this are the stupid ones.
Tunnel rats rule.
Uh-huh.
Don't back down, boys.
Did I hear back down? Does he go up to one of the whole... Actually, if I can. It would go up
Alright.
to one of those, just yell into it.
It is Argus's turn.
Sorry.
Wait, didn't somebody
So,
have a
which-
multi-action, or?
No,
Argus.
No,
Argus.
no.
He has a turn.
Oh, wait, yeah, Argus did the roar, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one attacked Jolene, or did that one get knocked out?
He
This
got
is-
knocked out.
Yeah, say that one also
Okay.
had attacked Jolene, so
Yeah, and he snuck up on Dart. Argus
Yeah.
is going to turn towards that one and roar.
Okay, you will have to roll to avoid hitting Dart.
Oh. Can I pick up Dart?
No. Okay, 1 is a hit. Nope. All right, you succeed.
As he turns to it and closes his eyes and roars at the top of his lungs. Get away from my friends!
And you kind of see him just like go whoosh as he just kind of gets blown away.
Ow! I have strong lungs.
Okay.
I roar loud.
And they don't succeed. The rest of them finally seeing like that their numbers have diminished a lot and no reinforcements seem to be coming, just kind of pop into their holes, and you just sort of hear in the fading away like, "We'll get you next time, tunnel rats, go!" And the clicking eventually fades away.
Argus is just twiddling his claws. Did I scare them all away? Sorry.
The battle has concluded.
Jolene is going to look around, her eyes still twitching, as she looks at each of the holes, and just mutters under her breath, "God darn little pieces of crap. Next time I'm going to pound more of them into the ground." And
What was that?
Jolene is mumbling under her breath.
No, I got that. What curse word?
She said piece of crap.
You'll have to come up with something else.
I mean, crap's not really a curse word, but I can think of something.
Oh, what I mean is your character might not know that particular curse word. So just like as I did with Amos, you'll have to come up with something else.
Piece of muck.
No, I've got one. Actually, I've got a couple. Let me decide between them.
Okay.
Instead of piece of, I think I have a good one. Meeny, meeny, miny, moe. God, it's hard to decide when I have so many and I'm an indecisive person. I can't decide on one. You know what? I'm going to use a word that I think that Jolene might know, and it's not a curse word. It's instead of cursing, she's gonna use the word that's one of my favorite words in the real world. Little
Okay.
rapscallions.
There we go.
Also, much more in character, even if she is actually fuming.
I'll allow that one to happen. I'll say that it's been dredged up from her memory.
She's also going to be looking in one of the holes for a moment before she stops, floats back up, and says, "Well, now that they're dealt with, how about we get back to finding the berries?"
And we will pause right there. We're at our halfway mark. We will take a 5 minutes recess. Go ahead and get your drinks, bathroom, whatever you got to do, and we will reconvene in 5 minutes.
Okay, then I will be right back.
All right.
Break time.
Are we doing like that good place thing where we can't actually curse?
No, you have to think up curse words. You have to think up new curse words because we don't know human curse words.
Fair.
Yeah, it's not a you can't curse, it's a you don't know curse words. They're not part of your vocabulary anymore.
In before everyone just starts like spamming unlock memories just to unlock the curse words.
Oh, that would be funny.
I don't know. I think everybody might enjoy hearing us come up with our own swears instead.
Oh, absolutely. What the fork?
In the name of the scales, what's going on here? Goodness, I swear I'm coming up with a different Azurith voice by accident every single session. I am
Yes.
bad with consistent voices.
I mean,
Hey, look,
they are consistently recognizable. Like, there's not enough difference that it's like, who the hell is that? But they are slightly different.
Also, do you remember? Your brain is mashed potatoes.
What?
Your brain is
Yeah.
mashed potatoes.
Every session, we're just adding some extra seasoning to it.
What?
Hopefully by session 25 we can have some really good garlic mashed potatoes going on.
Ah!
Actually, no.
Hi there, Wernie.
Wernie! Hug the Amos.
Hug the Amos.
That's just... Azurith feels uncomfortable about this.
Steal the Azurith scale.
Look.
No.
Look. The Christmas special is coming up. We need something for the dinner plate.
No. Absolutely no. No.
Your scales would be a perfect dinner plate.
No, you're not taking them off of me.
Okay, so we'll put your scales up with you on them.
No!
As the dinner.
No. Don't think these could even be edible. They're too hard.
But the
Not like
brain's
you
mashed.
eat-
But the brain is mashed potatoes.
No? But your brain is mashed potatoes.
All our brains are mashed potatoes.
Then why you want mine? No.
Should probably get that cup of tea before we get back.
I need to get up and stretch and no, don't take my scales. No.
Game
Jingle
breaking
jangle.
ethereal influence. Azurith starts shredding scales. Didn't think it was possible, but it happened.
Well, technically, it's jangmo-os have fur that are like extremely hard as scales, except for those dangling scales. Those are.
So you are a puppy.
I didn't.
Yeah, I think he did just confirm that he is puppy. And you know, that is actually going to be something interesting for us to deal with at some point. Shedding season.
Oh God. Okay, before I go get my cup of tea, Dart shedding. Basically, steel wool everywhere.
I'm stepping
Enjoy
on
the thoughts.
pallets. It's just like I'm stepping on what is it? Lead or
Stepping on needles.
Oh, that makes one. You guys are easy to think about because jangmos have their scales. They're used for pots and pans. Wait, that means they do shed, right? Confusion.
I mean, the alternative is that they raise the jangmo-os and then slaughter them like cattle and make use of the scales. There's
Why would they do
probably
that to a-
jangmo-o burgers.
No, the jangmo-os are revered. Komodos are revered, and that's what they evolve into. They are revered tribal Pokemon that are extremely strong, aka pseudo legendary. Ah!
Yeah, I like this idea of jangmo-o burgers.
No. Also, Wanimal, I don't know what a jangmo burger is.
Oh, that's just
I
the legally distinct, so that, it's one of those, everybody knows what's in it. They just kind of, Jangmo is the, kind of like beef comes from cows. Pork comes from
we're burning this facility.
pigs.
We're burning this facility down. No, we're burning this facility down. No, no. Affected OBS window. Just no.
I
This
mean,
is
you were the
scary.
one that wasn't liking the shedding idea, which was definitely the more humane and simple answer, and wanted an explanation on that. So instead, you're getting an explanation of, yeah, they eat them.
Stop. Ah. Brain cannot compute right now.
And yes, Slitherite, dragons do shed their old scales. Ooh, a tyrant burger.
I'm gonna get an ice cream or something to eat.
Okay, I am.
Alright, enjoy your milk tank bar. Welcome back, Rygon.
Good to be.
So we've gone over something that we've kind of come up with that seems intriguing is the idea of basically we are shedding season,
I'm back.
Okay, interesting.
Something
It
that
is
we'll
technically in
probably
the
have
middle
to
of
deal.
winter, though.
Oh yeah, I'm saying
So,
eventually.
yeah. So I'm saying, like, if anything, like you all would be getting bulked up with your fur.
Well, yes, but when spring comes around,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, oh god, I just saw Arctic Fox's comment. That is a very good question. Can Dart's shedded fur be melted down into an ingot?
There are many questions to ask.
I would say yes, absolutely.
And would that fur also be conductive to electricity despite his part ground typing?
Also, Lyndon, we are echoing off of you. Very faintly, but I don't think Lyndon's here.
Yeah.
I'm just the ingot combat is making me realize like we could many moons later, Dart could set up a little a little house for himself, made up entirely of just shedded fur ingots.
Oh, Lord. You have to be saving up a lot. Also, Rygon,
What's up?
Jangmos have hardened fur that are as hard as scales,
Mm-hmm.
and their scales, say that in quotes, are used for pots and pans.
Oh, interesting. Well, it's got to come from somewhere, I suppose.
Do Jangmos shed fur or scales?
Both.
Puppy type
I mean,
confirmed.
they're kind of the same thing, so
Yeah, you probably shed your large scales, but you probably also shed fur in other ways. Yeah, it's very
Alright.
fine fur, but it's fur nonetheless.
What's going on?
oh, we've established that Azurith is indeed a puppy type
Ah,
because he has fur and he sheds.
interesting.
All right.
Also, we
Well,
were
I'm ready.
faintly echoing off of you,
Echoing off of me.
Lyndon. Yeah.
Don't
Oh.
teach my hamster to suck eggs.
I think I had my headset too close to my microphone.
I was figuring that might be the case. Also, the chat is all over Kingpin Jolene.
I vote when we eventually do the Pokeroles, Starlight Expeditions mobile game spin-off that Kingpin Jolene is one of those like seasonal epic rare skins.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, wait a second. Is that actually for Hakamo? And not... Sorry, I'm just reading up on Dex entries because I'm curious.
All right, we haven't heard from Orem. Are you ready to go? Orem.
I guess they're not here yet.
I'm here.
Huh, I was wrong.
All right,
Okay.
we have influence,
you ready?
Rygon. I've sent it to you. I will say, generally, that is something that will be done through the Streamloots cards Gib Gab. But I sent it to Rygon anyway, see what he thinks.
Alex says, like, sometimes everything well, it's no choice. You take your little bit. Gotta. Ooh.
I'm gonna decline this one mostly because who knows humanity? What's that? And the second one is I'd rather have the characters come up with their own stuff. I think it's far more interesting that way. Sorry.
I agree. So anyways, we are back and ready to proceed once more.
Oh.
Thank you all so much for your patience. Let's get back into it.
Okay.
So we have just finished combat, and now we need to get those berries for Doc.
Alright, let's go get those berries.
So, I noticed this on the map, but what would it take to notice the keys there for Jet?
You just have to go down there and you have to come up with a reason for it.
Well, I mean, he did want to explore fully, like with the water, so...
Good. Could always do that. Could say, like, that he's trying to chase the remaining gang members away, that sort of stuff.
Before we continue, let's make sure that there's no other information down here or such about what happened up above.
They said they'd be coming back. Shouldn't we hurry?
Oh, I'm sure we've chased them all away.
Just be
But yeah,
careful,
he's going to
Jet.
go check this little hallway, see if there's
Okay,
anything
you
of
have taken the
interest.
lantern away from everybody else, so they're in pure
Oh,
darkness
right.
right now.
Jet, it's dark. Hurry back.
He's just clinging to Dart.
Well, then maybe you should
Forgive.
come with me.
Let's go follow the lantern.
What'd you find? Is there anything crazy? Just don't go down too long of a corridor.
You see a glint on the floor right next to one of the small holes. It appears that they have managed to drop something before they left.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Zadar Fox raided my stream with 4 viewers.
Thirda, thank you very much for that raid. Welcome on in, everybody. I will be in the chat for this, but thank you so much for that raid and sharing your community with me. But yeah, Jet is wanting to figure out what's going on up above. You know, what happened up above as much as he can. So he is rather thorough like he was with the water over here. So I really don't think it's too far-fetched for him to be looking around every corridor.
I would agree. Though Jolene certainly seems to be in the pitch black, just floating there silently.
Yeah, no, she's just as patiently as she can waiting. She's-
Argus is clinging to Dart.
Yeah,
And Dart's following the light.
Follow the light.
You do manage to find a what appears to be a single key.
It's a clef key. A dead one.
Ew.
It's a fairly simple iron key. It doesn't have anything unique about it.
Huh. Wonder what this key goes to.
Can't hurt to hold on to it.
I agree. And he'll go ahead and
good eye.
pocket it.
Okay. Do you have enough
You don't
space?
have pockets.
That is one thing I'm definitely changing with my system and going with a bulk system.
Perfectly fine. But this is this
technically
system.
no.
Do you have space?
So he'll
Jet, I
turn
have
to
some
the
space.
others. Yeah.
Give it to Dart. Dart should have definitely have space.
Because at the start of session 13, I met Ethan, and I got a bag.
Nice.
All right. Then you all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, let's
Okay.
go. Either way, Jet, you have the light. God, there's a voice every time.
Just waiting for the rest of the tokens to be placed where they're going to be placed. All right. We'll put you right about there, Jolene. Unless you want to be in front.
Yeah, Jolene's going to be flying close to the ceiling, but she'll be not going too far ahead of Jet, just because she wants to be able to see. So she'll be like floating just like right above Jet as he goes forward.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
The vines come from.
We found the vines again. And
As you come along, you all can smell the smell of copper in the air. It smells relatively fresh. And you can taste iron on the edges of your tongue. As you approach closer, the lantern reveals a grisly sight in front of you. It appears to be a nearly skeletal beast. Blood splattered underneath it and bushes growing out of its body. Whereupon you can see red flowers and glinting faintly in the lantern light, a berry with 3 small flames attached to them. Nearby, go ahead.
I was like, do they look like the berries? Was there this picture drawn?
Yeah, there is a picture.
Oh, in the Doc's notebook? I see.
Mhm.
All right, go on.
Nearby, you can see what appears to be the remains of the final member of the party above. A skeletal figure, a humanoid figure, or rather bipedal figure, with the remains of red and yellow feathers plastered over it. You can see that the roots from the nearby plants appear to have enveloped it.
Uh, uh, those
Nope, 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 nope,
those look like the
nope.
berries. Ah, ah, ah.
And finally, you can see glinting very faintly in the lantern light what appears to be a sharp blade thrust between the beast's bones.
Argus is now clinging to Azurith. I want to
Azurith's
go home. I want to go home. I want to go home.
Azurith's scales are now slightly muffled with
You mean more muffled? Because
more.
currently you're all fluffy and covered in scarves.
You're right. They're more muffled as they go and now just barely make any noise. Besides, can I go ting, clunk, clunk? Well,
That is quite the creature.
Can we go home now?
Jet is going to investigate this creature rather thoroughly. Specifically, I'm curious if it might be missing a leg.
It is not. You can see
Okay.
you can see that it has all four of its limbs intact, or as attacked as a nearly skeletal creature can be.
No, it was the one that was over by the fountain that was missing his leg.
That's what we
looked.
assumed, that there is still, like, yes, I know that that's the one that's missing its leg, but we assume, like, there's also the fact that the blood trail goes from the trap over to the bedroll, and yet somehow it wound up next to the fountain with no blood trail from there.
Probably because it got wrapped.
Probably because it
But
was already dead.
It's just something that Jet was curious about. It is still a slight
Dart's
mystery.
going to turn his attention
but-
to this the skeletal form of this beast.
Okay.
It's quite impressive.
I want to go home.
What was it?
It reminds you all succinctly of one of the monsters you had seen earlier, the one with the giant eye.
Oh. Wait, how fresh is this blood?
It appears to have only been spilled perhaps just a mere day ago.
Oh, there we go. The game froze
Did...
for a minute.
And how old does the bird Pokemon look dead for?
About the same.
It looks recent, like the time we got to the house recent.
And the creature with the giant eye, that was the one that kind of stalked the house, if I recall correctly?
Yes, it reminds you of it. It's not an exact one-to-one. It's just simply this creature reminds you of that large beast.
Hmm.
Well,
do you think this could be like a younger thing of that creature we saw the first night?
Or it could be
I-
the same size. Does it look like it was generally the same size? I mean, we didn't get much of a look at the one with the big eye that looked in.
Yeah, they look to be generally about the same size.
Okay.
I know it's hard to tell here, but yeah, they are. It's a big creature.
okay, so so this is not to scale. That map is not to scale. Is that what I'm assuming?
Correct.
I think I should go turn on that machine.
It's already dead. Why would turning on the machine do any good?
In case there's more.
We'll keep an eye out.
We found the flowers we're looking for. Let's grab them and get going.
Reminder to keep your hands away from what's going on.
Oh, shoot! Ah.
I know you all want to look at things, but just remember to keep it away so the audience can see the scene.
Thank you for the reminder.
Dart's gonna respond, agreed, but let's take a look at what else is down here.
I would like to take a look around as well.
Dart's just gonna scan the room just to see if there's anything interesting. Like, I see there's like that chest looking thing there. I don't want to look around before I notice it.
Yeah, you can see it fairly clearly in the lantern light. It seems like it had been dragged there fairly recently, and you can see a multitude of small holes around it.
Jet, can you bring your lantern over here, please?
He'll basically just turn around since he's got it on a pole.
What if... What's...
The berries glow faintly in the dark.
Ooh.
They're little flames giving just enough light to expose the scene in a sort of a blood red fixture.
Very cool. This chest, does it appear locked, or...?
It is locked. At least it appears locked anyway. You can see what it seems to be a lock on it.
Ooh. The key. Dart's gonna try the key.
Okay. It slots in easily and you hear it click.
Good eye, Jet.
Yeah. And he's gonna move a little closer, eager to see what's inside. Uh-oh. Rygon,
I
you
think
there?
you're stuck.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Not the
No,
time.
you're
Yeah.
loading. Your thing is loading right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring up one of my bags.
Ah. You
Yeah.
froze
This is not the
Jet
time for
midair.
levitating. This is not the time for levitating, Jet.
Jet, please come back down.
I wanna go home.
Okay. Where did I put it? No, I have it around here somewhere. So just give me just a half second. I'm looking for the thing I was going to give you guys.
Half second
Okay.
has passed.
Okay, Mr. Literal.
Where is it? Ah, here it is. Ah, there it is. Inside of the chest, you find what looks to be a plain stick. It appears to be fairly well worn, and amusingly enough, it actually smells pretty good. You can see at the very tip of it what appears to be a kind of like white substance.
Oh, you said white or light?
White.
Jet's gonna turn to look over at Dart and kind of whisper to him. It might be better if you try to hide that before Argus sees it.
Yeah, Dart's gonna put it in the bag. The nod.
Okay. As you pick it up, you gain a sense of a memory that reminds you, amusingly enough, of a baker's shop. You don't know how you know this, you just simply know.
Dart's gonna pause for a moment as like that kind of memory floods through, and then like packs it away again. Okay, we're gonna have to take a look at this one later.
Jet will nod.
I don't know. I don't know how, but there's something interesting about that.
All right, what do you
Well,
all
we
do
can
now?
definitely take a look at it later. Probably best to try and get out of here as soon as possible before Argus passes out from fear. Let's go ahead and gather these berries up, everyone, and I also...
Helping.
What did
I'd
you
be
say?
more worried about our Argus is not getting closer to that skeleton. Also, I'd be more worried about Azurith being knocked out because he's being squeezed really, really tight.
You have dinky little shrimpy arms. I don't think that's a risk.
Yeah. You don't have arms to crush.
Either
Rygon,
way, what you can grab, you're squeezing hard. What's up?
how many berries are there?
It appears to be a relatively full bush. You figure that you could probably easily fill about 3 bags worth.
Jolene is going to start picking them and testing just to make sure whether the little flames on them are like hot or not. See if
As you pick each berry, the little flames on them go out.
interesting.
Did the
Maybe they
book...
don't.
Go ahead.
So maybe they don't keep their flames when you pick them, but maybe the flames are just to indicate that what they are.
For the record, Jet is eating one of his orange berries.
Okay.
Also, did the book mention anything about harvesting them in a particular way or anything like that?
It did not.
All right. Ooh, the cup. Except I don't know. Well, I guess let's go ahead and gather up some of these. We don't know how many we'll... Oh, actually, that's another thing. Did the book mention how many we'll need?
It said you would need about 1 bowl's full.
Okay.
How much would a bowlful be?
And how do we prepare the medicine? Is
It
it crushing them
requires to
up
be
or
crushed. Yeah, it requires the berries to be crushed up and add water added to them, swirled around, and then the patient is made to drink.
Oh, okay. And I'm assuming only Jolene and Azurith know this because they read it?
Jet did
Yeah, though
as
I
well.
assume that I would assume you all share the information amongst yourselves.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
I did have plenty of downtime, so makes sense. I apologize.
I would say we try to gather as many of these as we can and bring them back. And Jet in particular is going to be committing the shape of these skeletons to memory and such.
Yeah.
He's just going to be kind of focusing on that. He's out of inventory space anyways, so...
Okay.
Does Amos have inventory space, if we may ask? He doesn't describe what he has in it.
Dart's gonna offer his bag as well. Actually, Jolene, are you picking the berries?
Yes, Jolene is picking berries, and she only has a gold coin in her bag, so she has a bit of room.
So you'd probably be able to get plenty.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the ration because she did use
I
that.
forgot to empty out my bag from last time. Oops.
Jolene, do you need a hand, or do you need a paw, or you good?
I can probably get these, darling. We might just need extra space to store 'em. I don't know if I have enough room in my bag for enough to.
I have some more room in my bag. I want to look around a little bit more, see if there's anything else down here before we leave.
Understandable.
Jet, could you come with me with that lantern? Just want to explore the other side of this cavern here.
Yeah, just one moment. Jet was doing a little circle around it, studying everything. Specifically, for the record, he is planning to try and sketch this later, just so you know what he's
Sure.
why he's doing this.
I'll allow you to keep the information in your mind for probably about a half hour before it fades.
Okay. Well, I mean, he could try and sketch it down here. I just don't know if everybody else would let him.
No.
But yeah, he'll move over here.
You notice in a break there in the rocks there is a small break of it appears to be a rather tight passage.
You're right, Azurith is stuck. He can't move because of Argus.
I want to go home.
Argus, you can stop complaining a bit.
I'm not complaining. I'm saying I want to go home.
You are complaining. If you want to go home, then just go back the way we came.
You're the one who pushed me down the hole.
There's a rope back there you can use to climb up. How wide is this hole? Are we gonna need to really struggle to get through, or?
It's kind of the same as the first tight passage you came across.
Okay.
It would require everyone to squeeze except Jolene.
Jolene, could you maybe go through this and see what's on the other side?
Sure, darling. Just give me one more second to pick a couple more of these berries. I think my bag is just about full. She's gonna finish filling her bag, and
Yeah, I'll hold your bag, so you don't have to carry that through.
Thank you, darling. She'll hand her bag over, and she will start wubbing through the space.
Okay. You're able to find a tight. You're able to squeeze through with little difficulty, as it appears to be just wide enough for you to get through. And you come across an empty cavern. It doesn't appear to have anything particularly special about it. Nothing more beyond a rock that has crashed down from the ceiling, and it's pitch black.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jet is going to do his best to kind of push the lantern on the stick through, like while still holding it. Dart, could you help me hold it on this end?
Sure.
Hopefully this will be a good light for you, Jolene. As we are now all in darkness.
Yep, nothing more than the red glow.
I was gonna say that I was going to be watching their backs, you know, seeing if anyone would come, but would quickly fade to black because the lantern's gone.
Yeah. You can see what appears to be a very, very faint glint off somewhere to the right, Jolene.
Something's glinting in the light over there. I'm gonna go check it out.
As you settle in front of you, the dim light manages to reflect off what appears to be some golden rocks. They only number about 3 in total, but they appear to be relatively large and heavy.
Jolene is gonna say loudly, found some gold rocks. They look kinda heavy. I don't know if I can get them myself. Might need one of y'all to squeeze in here if you can and get them.
I'll try squeezing through. I'm a little bit smaller than you, Gent.
Yeah, go ahead. Azurith, can I get some help over here? As he's kind of teetering with the lantern.
Yeah, just give me more Argus. Go clean the Amos.
Emotional support Amos.
Emotional support puppy.
First word.
Whatever that means, sure. And he will, slowly walk his way over because it's slightly dark. And I'm like, alright, you need something, Jet?
Yeah, help me hold this up.
I'm gonna try squeezing through. Jolene found something, but it's a bit too heavy for her to carry.
Okay. He's gonna grasp onto the lantern, which I'm assuming you're handing over to him. Right?
Basically, Jet is holding the very end of the spear in his mouth, and I figured Dart was holding it as well in his mouth. It would be muffled, but I'm speaking clearly for the viewers mostly.
I'm afraid of snapping it.
Just hold it firmly, but don't bite down.
I'll try. He's gonna gently grasp it between his hard maw.
Gently grasp it. I'm gonna squeeze through now. Thank you, Azurith.
Okay. Both of you, whoever's squeezing through, go ahead and roll me a dexterity.
I just definitely want to point that out because I don't got standard mouths. I got a...
You've got more of like a clacker.
clacker and a cruncher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna snap things.
Dart, you are able to squeeze through.
Whoop. And he's gonna make his way over to Jolene. Oh. Very neat.
I just will try not to yawn because it is extremely late.
Since Dart hasn't filled his inventory yet with the berries, he's gonna... Can he put these in his bag?
Do you have enough space for all 3?
I think he's only got 2 items now, so yeah.
Yeah, I only have 2 items outside the silver pieces and bronze pieces that Zim put on. So just 3 golden rocks?
Yep, 3 large golden rocks. Now here comes the tricky part. Roll me a strength.
Ah! Sorry.
This will require at least a 2. You can't pick them up.
Succeed. Not even one at a time?
You could hold them perhaps one at a time, but picking up all three is beyond your puppy power.
No, my puppy powers fail me.
I can smell the weight.
Hmm.
What would you like to do?
Sorry about that. Sorry. Dart's gonna be like, oh, okay, no, that's too heavy. He like, puts it, he's going to like take all but one of them out.
Okay.
And try bringing that across.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a strength. You will require at least a 1 to succeed. That's beyond your puppy power, too. It's just very heavy.
Jolene, could you give me a hand with this one?
I'll try, darling. I don't know if I be much help, but here we go.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your strength, Jolene.
Yep.
You are able to help succeed lifting this one gold rock. However, both of you are going to have to kind of be like holding it at the same time in order to make any distance. And
Yeah.
Jolene, should be noted, you are filled with berries as well, so you're going to have a tough time.
Yeah.
Actually, the berries were left with the bag behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
bag was left in that room, so.
Fair enough.
Here we go, darling. And let's start slowly moving.
Okay. In order to get back through, you'll have to succeed on your dex, Dart.
Cool, cool.
All right, you succeed. You are able to get back through with the gold rock.
Pop. Those rocks that Jolene found are heavy.
But they do look rather shiny and such.
There were
Azurith nods.
there are two more back there, but they were way too heavy for me to carry. Took both of us to drag it out.
Here, you guys hold this. Maybe I can go ahead and try and get him out.
Okay. Dart's gonna like awkwardly just go like take the lantern thing in his mouth and just like.
All right, Dex to try and get through.
Yep.
He'll also
Just
try to
straight
use
Dex.
his phasing if he needs.
You
which
are
looks
unable
like
to
he
get through
will.
with your physical body.
All right, so
Your
1d6
winter
for
fur is just
phasing.
too poofy. Yep, 1d6 for phasing. You'll need a 5 or a 6 to succeed.
Oof. Can he keep trying?
You can try once every 15 minutes. And you hear clicking in the distance.
Really?
No, not really. But it could happen if you stick around long enough.
It's probably best you don't make the muffled sounds, just so
Oh,
the
sorry.
stream can hear you and
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
Sorry, that's my fault. Just trying to be in character as much as possible.
I understand. It's just, if you're wanting to be understood, then, don't do that. If you're just making noises, then fine.
Oh. Jet, let me give it a try.
Go ahead. We'll exchange the lantern.
Alright, and Azurith will try squeezing through.
Okay.
Pick up from where Jet did not. Pure Dex, you said, right?
Yep. You are not able to get through as well.
Okay, forget this.
Turns out having your scales wrapped in scarves and whatnot isn't very good when it comes to squeezing through tight spaces.
Yeah. And it
Oh,
would take more strength than Jolene has to actually drag one out, right? Or if she's doing it one at a time, would she be able to theoretically do it just slowly?
Yeah, you theoretically would be able to do it, but if you fail once, then it's locked out.
Okay.
Because it'll just be assumed that you've just kind of run out of strength to do it.
Yeah.
I think we spent enough time in here. We're still in their territory, you know.
Give me just a second,
I-
darling. I'm gonna try to drag one out by myself real quick.
If we can get them out here, I've got an idea on how to bring them out, because I was able to make that tablet lighter for us. Maybe I can do the same for these.
Not a bad suggestion, actually.
Why don't you try it right now?
I can't exactly get in there to get the other two out. I guess
Try
I
the one
could.
we have.
He'll try and use his charge stone to make the one we've got out here lighter and lift it up in his mouth.
It unfortunately does not work, as it is not a rock.
Oh, you're sticking to only rocks for that?
Yeah.
Because I've used it with sticks and stuff before.
I honestly do not recall. But essentially that power, as far as I understand, is charged stone, and you need a stone. This may
Okay.
have rock elements in it, but it's primarily made out of metal.
Okay. Well, I guess
So
that
you're
won't
kind of
work
like
on
able to get
this.
it. Yeah, you're able to get it like to softly wobble up before it just kind of goes back onto the ground.
Well, what I'm thinking is he holds it in his mouth and lifts it, uses, physical strength in addition to the levitation stuff.
Okay. Well, it
That's
makes it a bit easier, but you'd still probably would have to roll a strength check.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't expecting to just do it for free, but...
Yeah. Okay.
that's actually smart. Of trying to pick it up just normally instead of normally. Or it's
Oh, you do succeed for that one.
Cool.
So now you can freely move, but you can no longer talk.
Yeah, can we just go home now? It's scary and it's dark and the thingy's gonna attack.
Jolene is going to attempt to drag one of these out.
Okay, go ahead. It'll be a straight strength check.
Yep. Sheer
Jet is-
strength of will.
Jet is leaving the light behind and kind of trying to feel his way along the wall and stuff to get back to the entrance. With this
Jolene,
to
you do
drop it
manage to
off.
drag the gold bar out.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Drag, drag, drag. Wub, 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 wub. A little bit of out of breath, Jolene. Somehow she manages to be out of breath, even though she doesn't seem to have lungs.
You find a way.
Yeah, she finds a way, but it's like, I got this one out. Ooh, that thing is heavy.
I suppose we just have to leave the last one there.
Yeah.
we'll leave it for them. Yeah, let's
go.
let's get out of here.
I will leave you all with one reminder. You all have been collecting a certain element from all the bodies. Do you wish to collect it here?
I was actually thinking that.
The medallion, yeah.
Yeah.
Dart's gonna use the light from the... Or, actually, Azurith, do you have the lantern?
Technically, you both do. You
Yes.
could pull it
Okay.
out and tie it to your bag.
Wait, we both have lanterns? Wait, we have two
Well,
lanterns?
No,
No.
just one,
we're
but you
both-
were
you're
both
both
holding
holding
it.
Okay. So you're investigating the body?
We are.
You can see upon the body what little you can see. It appears to have a bird-shaped head. And you can see that many of its bones have been just absolutely pulverized, just crushed. It seems that in this creature's last stand against the monster, they had both just absolutely decimated each other in perhaps one final fight. You can see clearly around the beast's neck a single medallion, similar to the others, except this one has a shovel and a forked branch with a spiraling vine twisting around it. And beneath it, same as all the others, is the eye with the sigil.
One
And
final
the branch and
hurrah.
shovel are crossed.
I don't have any room in my bag at the moment. Do you want to take a dart?
I got it.
Okay.
And Jolene's gonna get her bag and then say to Argus, Argus, darling, please make yourself useful and help me get this golden rock out of here.
Rygon, can we go a step back, please?
Yeah.
Get my note messed up.
Step back far enough?
Perfect, thank you.
I do recommend you all keep like a copy outside of this game, since they're so easy to be dismissed here.
How about you bring it over here? Yeah.
Argus, are you arguing with me right now?
I don't want to go near the thingy.
Argus, it's dead, and it won't be coming back.
It doesn't make me feel any better.
Argus, you really need to grow up a bit. You can't. And
I'll do that later.
you're gonna do it now, and you're gonna help me.
He's like skirting along the edge of the room, trying to stay as far away from it as possible. Like, even pushing the chest aside so he could stay against the wall.
You got till I count to 3, darling.
Azurith grumbles a bit, and then mourns for the dead body.
Just staring at the body. He does not like being this close.
Okay. And
Dart's gonna join Azurith in kind of like the moment of silence. And just add the passing words of we'll find who they belong to so their friends can get some closure.
You just want Argus to take the rock?
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a strength. Turns out that the rock is a bit too heavy for your short, stubby arms.
Argus is too scared.
Argus, use your mouth. It's a strong jaw.
It's heavy.
Argus, Pick it up.
I can't. It's too heavy.
Jolene is going to sigh and try and help Argus pick it up. Because we need to get it out of here.
Okay. Go and roll me a 1d6. Or your strength check, rather.
Which is 1d6.
Yeah. Turns out moving the rock the first time was just really, really draining on you.
Argus is too hurt after combat, too scared, and Jolene's just too tired.
Jolene is going to sigh very loudly and say, "Well, darlings, I don't think we're getting this one out of here."
What if we dragged it out?
I don't think I have the strength for that.
Why don't you push it? I'm carrying a lantern with Dart. And Jet's already gone.
So one of you can have that.
But, I mean, don't we only need one of us to carry the lantern?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tie it to your bag, in fact. That's how Jet was carrying his, or carrying it.
Azurith, can you just tie the lantern to me, and then you try getting the rock? It was a bit too heavy for me.
Yeah, sure. But I see, this was a player thing that I thought 2 people to be holding the things. That's why I was always confused. No, I'm not.
No,
So
it was
Azurith will
only
tie-
for this because, holding something, holding a stick out, straight out from the end of it, it's a little difficult, especially for little puppy. It was more just a roleplay thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Alright, then. I shall go make well, Azurith will go make the strength check. He's gonna grasp between his jaws and fail miserably.
Wow.
I like his
You attempt to pick it up, and it's a bit too heavy, even for your jaws and neck, and it just kind of tumbles down into the dirt once more, kind of almost mocking the entire party for your ineptitude.
Can Argus tie his rope around it?
No, because that would still require you to just drag it, which none of you have the strength for.
Amos, do you want to give it a shot?
First word.
Okay.
I love how Amos is defining characteristic is just cursing.
He's getting there.
Yeah. But yeah, Jolene is gonna say, "Well, at least we got one of them."
You can come back for it.
I don't know if I want to come back here, darling. This
I
place,
don't either. I want to go home.
This place makes me not very comfortable. Makes me feel
How do
a
you
little
think I
queasy.
feel?
Darling, you are scared of everything and you really need to learn to grow up.
I'll do that later.
You'll do it
Alright.
soon.
Alright, everyone
When I'm
group up.
not here.
Everyone group up. Jet's already gone ahead.
Cling.
All right. And we shall, unless there's any more roleplay, shall we fast forward?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, just as a quick, like, when we reach here, just like, I wonder where the rest of that vine went. One more quick stop.
No, let's get out of here. We spent too long in their territory. We don't want another dispute.
Hey, no, I wanted to ask. Let's catch up with Jet.
And Jet's already gone.
Well, they would have easily been able to catch up to Jet since he was hugging the wall.
Like, there's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. Wait, there is. I'm one. Oh, shit.
Even better, Jet's in one of the little holes over there, and we don't see him as we just leave him.
And this is what the rest of it would have looked like had you all attempted.
Essentially, we were not, skipping that battle we had. Essentially.
Not
we could've.
necessarily. I mean, it may have still occurred, just been in a different area or whatever. Obviously, it depended on all of your players' actions. Anyway, we shall zoom. You all make it to the end. Bada boop. And you're out. So where
Yay.
is it?
House is over here.
Well, yeah, I'm okay with, zooming, you know. I was wanting to have Jet go back down and try to gather the other, bar that we got out, though.
Well, I will
Using
say
the
that
same
just
method.
climbing out of the hole with the first gold bar was very, very taxing.
Fair enough.
You're climbing up 7
Can
feet, and you're a 2-foot puppy.
Well, he will gather his rope back before we leave, as well as can we grab the 3 bedrolls and stuff from over here?
Yeah, if you all are willing, or if you can find space to carry it, you can.
Well, we could
So
take a
even if
couple
it
of
doesn't
trips.
necessarily in your bag, yeah, I can say, yeah, you take a couple trips and you eventually get everything you need.
Cool.
Also, during that time, Azurith will tell Dart, Amos, and Jet about the, resting grounds in the attic.
Wait,
Yeah, so
so
you all convey that.
there's coffins up there?
Yeah. And one of them has the name John written on it.
Very scary.
Oh, would you? He just kind of glares at Argus before just shaking his head and heading for upstairs. He wants to go check out that room himself.
Azurith will lead him the way.
Dart, why don't you come with? We'll go
I was
check
just
out
about
that
to
room.
accompany you.
As Argus will probably help Jolene start working on the medicine.
Yeah.
Because we
So-
need to get that started.
You come over to the entranceway to the fire pit, and you looking within, you do see the door with the inscription "Mark Hobbs' Marvelous Inventories" inscribed underneath the doorknob.
We haven't been able to figure out what that was, but I thought it was like some storage room. I mean, you could call it a storage room for dead bodies, but
Maybe it was at one point. Could always repurpose things.
True. I don't look around too much since, things and such, but now I feel calmer and tired. I haven't slept in a while.
Sleep would be good, but I want to see what this is.
Alright, just climb up these rings and such, and I'll be waiting up there for you. But yeah. Oh, last puzzle was underneath the target rug.
Ah,
And those slips of papers, those were leading to other puzzles, essentially making a full triangle.
interesting. So yeah, they're going up there and looking at the various coffins.
Okay. Heading up, you again are able to get into the room where that same musty, kind of somber smell and feeling are coming from. The room feels at peace, and you can see what appears to be dried flowers placed on each of the coffins, as well as a variety of dried foliage around that kind of give the air of a funerary service.
Jet's
You
gonna
can also
look
see
over.
scattered about small candles that are not lit.
Jet's gonna look around and kind of look over at Dart. Yeah, I think that I really think that Martinez is not the cold-blooded killer that Doc thinks they are.
Dart's going to be looking around, like, are there any kind of, like, names or anything on these kind of, like, essentially tombs?
There is...
Yes, if you want all 4.
The various names would have been randomized.
There was one that was John.
Yeah.
One was John, the other 3 were randomized.
One was John, one was Alessia.
Oh, Alessia. Oh, my bad.
The second one is Codrupt. And the last one is Manuel.
Hmm. Well, whoever put these up here, like, they definitely want just to retain their respects and sanctity.
You can smell something sweet coming from John's coffin, and it reminds you all very faintly of Jolene.
By the way, Jet would have removed the lantern from the stick and just tied it directly to his bag.
Okay.
I kind of want to see what's in there, but I also don't want to disturb this place.
Neither do I. As a matter of fact, I should pray for or give my respects to them. Pay my respects. Oh, that lantern. Do you think it's possible to maybe light the candles so we could have maybe a small ritual for them?
I've got a different plan that would probably be easier. And he's going to go around to each candle and try to use Nuzzle to spark a little flame in each candle.
Okay, you are able to do so.
Oh, nice one. I don't think I would be able to do that.
We all have our own individual strengths and weaknesses.
Your knife wound hurts.
After
Because everything
each of the...
hurts.
After all the candles are lit, Azurith would go to center and sit down and bow his head. And then simply, I wouldn't say praying, but like words.
Kind of meditate?
Ah, yes.
Meditate. Meditate and mutter something. I don't know what, but something. Like, the first thing that comes by is like, I pray you have a wonderful rest, but something better than that, because that sounds terrible in my words.
Fair.
Hope you enjoy being dead.
Oh, absolutely not. Listen. That's what little Mr. That's what Knife Dog would do over there. And that's what to smack him for.
Who?
You know, the mole rats we just fought.
Oh.
Gangster rats.
The tunnel rats?
Tunnel rats, thank you.
While Azurith is meditating, Jet's going to go ahead and settle down in the room. Well, I kind of want to sketch out those bones. And well, I think this might be as far away from Argus's winding as we're gonna get.
I'll assist Jet with that, since Dart also took a look at the bones when we were down there.
You're using that as an Argus-proof room?
I mean, he doesn't want to come up here, so yes.
Thank you for the name, Argus. That was a wonderful idea.
He's going to take the Ember Berry that he gathered, because he ate one of the Oran berries and replaced it with an Ember Berry. He's gonna crush it up into the cup attached to his 5-foot chain. And
that actually got stolen.
What?
Yeah, the chain and the cup got stolen.
When?
Right,
Yeah,
they
I-
were attached to...
They were attached to the bat, and the bat's
How's it-
gone with them.
Oh,
Alright, let me
right.
remove that. Gosh. You're like, you guys need to keep track of what you've got and make use of it, and I try to make use of it, and you take it away!
I've been waiting for you to mention it.
Speaking of... Yeah, go
Well,
on.
he does have a notepad. I guess he'll go and get, like... I mean, there's pots and pans in the kitchen, so he'll go get one of those and do it in there. And basically use his claw or maybe something else that he might find in the kitchen to try and sketch it out the best he can.
You'll find Argus in the kitchen.
Oh, that reminds me. Dart, when you have
Maybe
a free
I
chance
don't
after
need
the
to
draw.
sketch it out so much.
As you are sketching using this berry, you can hear a very slight sizzle on the paper, and the red ink turns black.
It doesn't burn it, does it?
It does not burn it. It
Okay.
simply scorches it where you are drawing.
Huh.
Actually, better idea? He will try and clean out one of the bottles that were part of the emergency supplies, move the contents over to something else. You know, something that he can seal up again.
Okay.
For storing the excess.
Okay. I mean, there's a few empty bottles there already. You could just use one of those.
Oh, okay. He'll use one of those, crush up the berry to make a rudimentary ink, and yeah, he's sketching it out with Dart's help.
Okay. After it's been about a half hour, so while the memory had been starting to fade, you were able to sketch out a rudimentary sketch of the scene and the creatures.
Especially with Dart's help.
With our puppy powers combined. We shall
Ooh,
do
we
science.
We should bring Azurith out over to make a triple puppy power.
Yes.
You...
That wasn't in character. Go back to your
If that was,
meditation.
that would... I mean, with all their excitement and such, if they were, it would remind Azurith that he has something for Dart.
Cool.
Dart, he pulls out a book, the Mark of Iron, that was grabbed from the library in the other place. This is one of the books we grabbed at. I think you might like it.
Oh, what's it about?
No clue. I haven't opened it yet.
That's helpful.
We've barely gotten a break. We've been solving puzzles. I haven't emptied my bag. He pulls out a dull metal rod. I still have this for some reason.
You know, there's a lot that we did get from there that we should take a look through. And Jet will go out and I'll be right back. Because he would have left the book here to free up inventory space.
Okay.
So he kind of goes out. He does make a slight detour over to here because he remembers there being a relatively thin stick in here.
Thin stick.
The pool cue.
It's a stick. It's a really thin stick on one end and a thick stick on the other end.
He's gonna take it and look at it.
It's an interesting stick. It seems to be decorated in some kind of swirling pattern, and at the end of at one end, it appears to be relatively blunt, and there is some kind of a white chalky substance on it. The other end is fatter, but it's been smoothed down and does not appear like it could, like, say, give you a splinter or cut.
He's kind of looking at the blunted end. I know a lot of pull cues have a slight padding on the end of them, so at the end of the stick, and so he's contemplating use of that with the berry ink for drawing in the future, as opposed to his claw.
I mean, you could certainly try, but it's not very big. The padding, that is. Like, it's
Well,
literally
yeah.
at the end of a thin stick.
Well, yeah, but it's like a pencil or a pen, like an ink quill, except it soaks up it. Probably closer to a marker, though.
Yeah, I'd say it's closer to a marker.
Probably not a good idea.
While you are dealing with that, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at Argus and Jolene real quick before we wrap up the evening. What are you two up to?
Making the medicine.
Okay.
Jolene is going to have taken out the berries and put them into the bowl that she had, and have Argus trying to smash those. She would be have told him what they read in the book about how to make the medicine, and at this point she would be like, now we got to make sure that we have just the right amount. We need to make sure that we mix it right, and we need to make sure that we don't spill it before we get it to her. So be careful when we transport this.
It's a lot to make sure of.
Well, yes, this is a very delicate thing. I just hope that it works. It should, but I'm still worried.
The recipe itself seems to be rather simple enough, and before long you are able to get through it. And so I'm not going to make you make any rolls for this. And you have in your possession now a rudimentary medicine.
Okay.
You mean a super awesome rudimentary medicine? Anything Argus helps with is immediately dubbed super awesome.
Sure.
You can see small curls of smoke rising from the mixture.
Okay.
I set it on fire.
It's the berries themselves had fire on them, so it makes sense they would smoke a bit.
Okay, so I didn't burn it.
No. Now let's get this to Doc. Very carefully, we're going to transport the medicine.
Okay.
Rolled a nut trip.
Yep. And
you can see Doc lying on the couch in front of you. She looks very pale. You can see what appears to be dew like dripping down her face. Her flowers appear to be very wilted, the edges covered in frost. She looks like she's struggling to breathe.
You need to spoon it to her.
If you hold her up, I can try and pour it into her mouth slowly. Make sure she drinks it.
That's probably smart. I have little claws, not good for delicate things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will hand the bowl to Jolene and hold Doc's head up for her.
She is very light, and you are able to do so with ease.
Do I take area damage for her being a fairy type?
No.
Okay.
Jeez. Jolene is going to make sure Doc's mouth is open just like enough to pour the potion in, the medicine in, and start slowly pouring it in, making sure that she is swallowing it as she goes.
Coughs once, twice,
And
and
dies.
I was about to say that.
and slowly, flutteringly, she opens her eyes. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Before we go to the wrap up, just Arzadea, what was the name of the book again that you had to Dart?
Mark of Iron.
You want to take a look at it real quick?
If you don't mind. Yeah.
Sure.
Jet wanted to look at one of his books too.
No, I'll keep you for the next one. All right, Dart, you open up the book. Do you know what you discover?
I can't read.
Amusingly enough, it is written in a fairly simple language. You are able to easily read it. It even has pictures.
Oh my god. My
It
favorite.
is an exhaustively extensive book on how to take care of a cast iron pan.
Ah!
I know what we're going to be using with Azurith scales.
Wait, does it teach you the most
I
important
need
lesson
to be-
about a cast iron pan?
Yes, it does.
You can turn your frying pan into a drying pan!
Actually, it's Hakamos who can do that. They don't talk about for jangmos. I was wrong. But still.
I'm afraid that this relates only to just metal ones. All right. So that is the end of today's session. We'll go ahead and we'll do our round robin, unless everybody somehow wants to continue. I figured people are starting to get tired.
I'm getting
I
tired.
would like to finish.
That's kind of what I figured. And we're at a natural stopping point. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with Zim.
But Pokerole.
Something you liked? Something you liked? Something you felt could have been improved? Burning thought or idea?
Something I liked. Trying to think of one particular thing. Probably the reveal. Most of it has to do with your reveals. They are so well done. But just the reveal of the gruesome scene, the description there, like just seeing it on the map was already like, oh god. And then when you continued on and described it, it's just like, ooh, shivers. It is so good. Second thing I liked, Pokerole. Something I would like improved, more Pokerole. All the Pokerole. All of the time.
We're just gonna have to put Zim up to a permanent IV of Pokerole.
So, real quick, that does actually bring up a question for everybody. My birthday is next Friday. Kerr is not going to be available for it, so I was wondering if you guys wouldn't mind having a session next Friday at the same time as we do for this one.
I can try, but I have to close all week next week.
Even if
Meaning
it's a
I
small
get
one.
off at 10.
Well, that's fine.
And then I walk home. Well,
A little
I get
way.
off at 10, I walk home, and Fridays are really busy. So, I might be really exhausted for it.
Well,
okay. You all are at a stopping point that you could have more individualized sessions now.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm not saying I won't be there. I'm just saying if I am, I will be very tired.
no, that's fine. I'm just simply saying like if you have to step out or something, it won't be too big of a deal. We're going to be on a down point.
Okay. Well, then we could do if people want to, because nobody's answered aside from Moram.
I'll be available.
I was gonna say I will be there. I just have to. I think I have to pick my roommate up from work that day, so I'll probably be a little late. But I don't remember if his schedule for this coming week actually has him on Friday or not. They've changed it to where he gets random days off again. So, kind of a hassle.
Oh, those always suck.
Yep, that's why Walmart is kind of
Yep. Walmart sucks. That's why I
Okay.
work at Chick-fil-A now.
Burning thought or idea?
Hmm.
More Pokerole.
So, that is difficult to say now because we have kind of wrapped up a lot of those little things. I'm still, idea, especially after seeing this little crypt, the sense of peace here. I am very heavily believing that what happened with Martinez would have been either I'm really heavily leaning towards the idea that Martinez may have acted in self-defense. It might have been against his partner. Might have been that something else killed his partner. Or perhaps something else was following him and killed the others. I don't know the story there. But now I really kind of want to stay at this house and wait for Martinez to show up and find out what actually happened. But at the same time, I'm like, what if he actually is an axe murderer and just comes up to the door one day, slams an axe into it, leads into the hole, and goes, "Here's Martinez!"
No. Here's Marty.
Oh, Lord.
No, that's funny.
I
Lord
was
or
thinking
Lord.
that exact same thing when you said axe murderer.
All right. So, Seda, something you liked, something you felt could have been improved, burning thought or idea?
Once again, I actually really enjoyed the combat. I think like this was a nice level, well-balanced challenge that allowed us to get a little bit more used to some of the mechanics and try some different stuff out. Like, actually I did like being able to like try a new move essentially risk-free in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know I really enjoyed just that chance to experiment, and I think it was balanced appropriately. Like, definitely like, okay, don't fool around, but like also didn't feel like imminent danger, run away.
Yeah.
Exploration aspect was really nice. I think in terms of improving, I don't really think of anything that needs to be improved right now. I think this is a well-balanced session that had, the good bits of combat, exploration, and some dialogue at the end. And I know we'll probably be going to like a slightly more casual session next time, which should be good to resolve some stuff. Burning question. It kind of goes back to who was this mysterious group of, feathered individuals that very clearly had some roles. What does each role represent? I have some guesses out of character, but in character is probably blah, blah. And Dart wants what happens if Dart licks the rock? Also the wand. That that stick thing.
Mm-hmm.
Curious about that too. But Dart wants to lick the rock. He wants to lick the golden rock.
Wow, that's amazing. How did Dart suddenly come out with an entire golden statue of himself here? By the way, where is he? Alrighty.
Argus likes a shiny.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff in there, but like you're weaving all these like little plot threads in there. It's hard to just pick just one.
Fair enough. Azurith, something you liked, something you felt could have been improved, burning thought or idea?
Combat was decent, but for some reason I felt like it could have been faster.
Okay.
But it's combat. Combat in D&D is always hard to streamline. But the more important thing, the burning question or thought. Did praying for the dead bodies, or giving them respects, paying respects, actually help them spiritually?
I was gonna actually describe something, but then you all kind of kept talking.
Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry.
But essentially, I was going to say that you feel a small gust of wind, and it kind of blows the candles a little bit. Not enough to like blow them out, but just like it's almost like an appreciative sigh.
I apologize. You probably should have cut us off for that, especially
Yeah,
if it was that small. But again, apologies.
no worries. But yeah, that's what I was going to say. A burning thought or idea?
That was my burning thought or idea.
Oh, okay, and I guess what you liked?
What I liked how combat was. Combat was fun,
Oh, fair enough.
but something that could have been improved was combat felt like it could have been faster, but it's combat. So
Yeah.
I've already said my pieces.
Okay. Argus, something you liked, something you felt could have been improved, burning thought or idea?
I really love those diglets. Those are amazing. Improved? I don't know. I'm not really sure on that one. As for burning thought and idea, I have two. One, my burning thought is if Argus was actually able to get one of those knives, would he be able to use the metal claw move?
No.
Dang it. And second, Argus currently feels like he's useless. He is everyone he thinks he is mad at him. But he's not going to be able to get over his fears overnight. So I fully suspect him to be going upstairs to the room with the machine and start figuring out those tools, because everyone was proud of him for making the little whatever Amos named it, the pulley thingy.
Pulley sled.
The pull go.
Well, we don't know what sleds are. Yeah,
It's like
sorry, it's not
it's
sled.
like the pull go or something like that, or pull
like
push or
everyone
something.
was
He
pleased
called
at
it
him
a
for making the pull go. So he's going to start experimenting with those tools and see what else he can make to make everyone else happy. Because that's the only time people have been proud of him so far.
Fair enough. All right, and finally, last but not least, Lyndon, something you liked, something you felt could have been improved, burning thought or idea?
I liked combat well enough. I liked the fact that Jolene managed to knock out some enemies. I also liked the back and forth between the enemies and the player characters. But what could be improved? I'm not sure on that one either. Generally, I think you're
Pokerole.
doing everything. I think you're doing everything pretty well. So it's hard to say that as burning thought or idea. I have. I also am starting to think Martinez probably acted in self-defense, or if he's the one who killed the people, if it wasn't a matter of something else killing them and him barely managing to get away. Also, I just wanted to comment on Frost Husky earlier said we need more mob boss Jolene, and I agree with that. We need more angry mob boss Jolene.
Get him, boys.
I'm not sure if you saw Jolene,
Because
but
he's very much interested in learning more things.
a lot of people were all for Mob Boss Jolene.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Argus is no longer the favorite.
What do you
I'm
mean?
sure
no
we'll
longer
wrap
the
back
favorite?
around.
Nah.
All right, then. Then that is the end of our session. For my little...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say for my little thing, combat was meant to be on the more balanced side. I meant to have it stretch out a little bit longer to help give you all a little bit more experience and to give you a chance to try out some of your moves, so that way you could build them up a bit. That was my primary goal for today's session, as well as to help provide some wrap up with some of your little mysteries that you've been working on. Though I do apologize for my lack of energy. I kind of got hit with a good wave of depression before the game started, so I do apologize. And yeah, I think today was a good session, and I look forward to the next one.
Yeah.
To everyone out there, to the audience, thank you for coming on by and watching us have our silly fun. I hope to see you next time. Maybe we'll play another session sometime next week, or we'll start on Saturday. We'll be figuring that out. And to my players, thank you for showing up and, playing. We couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
So to everyone out there, have yourselves a good night, a good day, good afternoon, or whatever, and we'll see you next time.
Rygon, thank you as well. We could not
You're
do
amazing.
this without you and your incredible world building that you have given us, this thrilling and intriguing story that you've been crafting for us.
I'm just glad you all are enjoying it. Alrighty.
Argus isn't. Argus is scared to death because you put
I'm
him
gonna
in a
go do
horn.
my outro now. Got something to go do.
If I could turn this session into a plush, I would just cuddle it in bed all night.
I think I'll probably be ending as well. Unless, were you planning on going for a little bit longer, Zoom?
I was thinking about it, but I
Okay.
might end as
I could
well.
transfer. Well, I could always transfer to a just chatting, and we could just have it as a just chatting for a bit.
No, let's just go ahead and have a kind of chill rest of the evening, I think. Sorry, everybody.
All right. Catch y'all later then.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the Starlight Expeditions Pokerole, Chapter 1, Episode 15, Handling Sharp Edges. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I seriously could not do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Make sure you check out all of my friends. Spirit Ferret just brought up the list of all of their channels there in the chat. Do check out the description down below for them as well. But thank you all so much for joining. Consider supporting however you can to keep these streams coming to you all. But for now, I bid you the most fondest adieu. Y'all can say bye now.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.